Yeah.
I tell you, it sounds really good in the headphones, and all of our mics sound really good. There's a tiny echo. It sounds really good in the headphones, and all of our mics sound. There we go.
We turn the volume down a little bit, see how that goes. Hold on.
This one gain is up. Testing. Okay, that was mine. That's where the echo
testing.
was.
1, 2, 3. Testing. There we go.
Yeah, it's coming.
All right.
I turned up just a hair right there.
Testing.
Testing.
There we go. All right. All right, and welcome to this afternoon's or this evening's Lockhart Lions football game here at Lions Stadium between the Kerville Tivy Antlers and your home team, Lockhart Lions, as we get set for the district opener as Lockhart Lions come into today's contest. 2-3 in non-district play, and coming, of course, the first game in district is going to be tonight. Of course, the Tivy Antlers is coming into town with an 0-5 record to start the season off, but we've seen this happen before, TD. And they've come on strong. I want to welcome everybody to the Recon Athlete pregame show with myself, Emilio Sarge Juarez, TD Tom Dunn with the color commentary, Coach Amado Galvez, the football analyst. But we're going to go and kick things off real quick before we start talking about football. We'll talk about, bringing a special guest that we have on the air with us, and that's going to be one Coach Torres, Javier Torres, the head basketball coach of the Lockhart Lions basketball team. Good afternoon, good evening, Coach. How's it going?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming along, and I want to congratulate you, of course. Big story of the season last year for the boys basketball team was they got back into the playoffs after about a 28-year sleeping drought,
yes,
and you were able to get these young men in order, and took a couple of years, but you finally broke through it.
Yes,
and these boys finally made it into the playoffs.
It was a blessing. That second half of district, we went 6-1. Started playing some defense and stopping people, and when you play defense, you can win games. So it was those seniors led us too. We're going to miss those seniors, but we got some guys that have worked hard to fill in those shoes. So.
Well, speaking of your district, tell us a little bit about how the basketball district differs from what we see here in football.
Yeah.
Some of the opponents you guys play.
You're going against Austin ISD district, so they're gonna run 4 guards most of the time. They're not the traditional 3-out, 2-in. So sometimes we're too big. And I'm not a zone guy, so we want to man up, and that's how you win games. So what we need to do is we got to get a stretch 4. We have a stretch 4 that can handle the ball and also guard another guard. And it causes problems. Sometimes it causes problems. Sometimes it's good because you can just post them up all night.
Yeah.
And if we get a paint touch, I think we'll be fine. And so. Yeah, it's a tough district. It's a real tough district, and it's very competitive.
Coach, you got a tough non-district schedule lined up?
Yes, sir. We go to we'll go to Bowie, Austin Bowie, Cedar Park. We'll open up with a school of Bernie, Geneva School of Bernie. They're a good private school, and instead of opening up with Westlake, it kind of went down a little bit. You know what I mean? Just to get a good game, but not a.
And last year we opened up Westlake last year.
Last year, and then the year before that we opened up with Wagner. Okay. So it was tough. So.
Well, I mean, we could always put in a call the Longhorns and see if they'll come down for the opener.
And so, and then we go to let me see another one. Oh, we'll go to all the Hayes, Lehman, Hayes, and Johnson. Johnson will come in town, and Griffin Springs will come in town. So that's kind of the whole non-district. It's going to be tough, but you have some games in there that that you need to see some zone. So I schedule some teams that run zone, because we do see a lot of zone in district, but I want to see pressure I'm going to see some pressure, how our guards are going to handle that and stuff. So that's why you kind of give and take.
Well, tell us a little bit about some of the players that we'll see playing for you this year on the varsity basketball team.
We have all Syntex guard coming back, Jog Gully, about 5'10", 180. The kid is he's unbelievably athletic, but one thing, he's a great kid, and he's our point guard, and he's the one that makes us go.
Well, he used to also be a great baseball player as well.
That's what I hear.
He has some wheels on him, that.
And he's probably one of the fastest guys I think I've ever coached on the court. You know what I mean? And,
he's the kid that could dribble into the pitcher and still beat him out to first base. When I used to watch him play in Little League, and I got a chance to watch some of the basketball games last year. And just talk about blooming. That kid's definitely blooming.
yes, and then we got Major Moon, the 6'10" boy. He was a work in progress when I first got him in 8th grade, so we played him up, and the kid just developed into a great, good, offensive and defensive player. His body's developing. These guys have showed up to Roar. Coach Morris wanted us to do Roar every morning, and these guys are here at 7:30 in the morning. I mean, getting after it, and I have 36 basketballers up here in this track. It's pretty impressive.
That is awesome.
It's not me. It's John Garley and Major Moon expecting him to come, and you're talking about freshmen all the way up to the senior. And if you're not there, they'll call you out. And it's beautiful to see.
And so have you got any underclassmen this year that look to make the varsity roster?
We have a couple. We got a couple of sophomores. Marcus Kerville, he played freshman last year, and the kid has developed into a good guard. Very athletic, sneaky athletic. And and I'm William Ashton and Tay and Josh Ramos, those three right there with Big Brady. And another one that plays football, I think he's on the JV, if I'm not mistaken, is Tyler Stanton. Okay. He just makes stuff happen around the ball. So, and I know he'll go after Major every night during practice. So I said, I need to move him up. So he's excited about it. Great kids. All those kids that come from football, they're going to be doing right in with us.
Hopefully you won't get up every time.
No, that's it. And I'm a firm believer, and I've always said that, I'm a firm believer in football makes playoffs. They just bring that nice juju to us, you know what I mean? And it just trickles down.
Pass the torch and keep it going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coach, a lot of people don't know, but you lost all your assistant coaches last year. So you replaced them.
Yes, well, I'm been blessed. Like I was talking to you earlier, we lost some good ones, and we replaced him with Coach Jenkins. He's at the middle school, but he wants to be a head basketball coach, and so we moved him up to the JV. Coach Ford, that's been our head girls coach. He's going to be our freshman, and then I hired Colin Hart. He was out of San Marcos. I coached him in San Marcos, and played some college ball. And the kid is just knowledgeable. He's very mature for his age, and I'll tell you something. He's a hard worker. And I don't think I've told him enough. He's probably listening right now. But I struck gold with all three of them, and I'm just looking forward to them working.
Great.
It's good.
Because a lot of schools are struggling.
Yes,
there's still schools are still looking for. Okay, we're looking for football. We'll wait for basketball until it gets here.
Well, that's all Todd Mavis making stuff happen too. And I was blowing him up over the summer, and he was like, he's calm, cool, collected, and he made it happen. And it wouldn't happen without him. So it's greatly appreciated. And so we just we hadn't missed the beat yet. And so, that's what you want.
Well, and that's pretty awesome considering, just how the climate's been different over the last, 2 years. Every sport has felt the effects, and kids have had to make the adjustment. And for you guys to not miss a step while doing all that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it takes a group effort too. You got to give and take sometimes, and it's just like you said, it's just odd. I didn't think we were coming back to school this year, to be honest with you, but I'm glad we're back, and it looks like things are going our way now. Knock on wood.
Yeah, they sure are.
So,
Coach, tell us a little bit about your background. Of course, I know where you came from, but let the audience know.
Yeah, I came from. I'm a cowboy, so I went to Hayes High School, played against Lockhart, and had some. My best game was against Lockhart. I always tell the guys that, and went to Concordia to play. It was off the highway when we were playing, and we're in the Heart of Texas Conference, and just hooped there for 4 years, got a degree, and my first job was at Round Rock McNeil, and just kind of went from there. Came south. I went to Round Rock McNeil to I guess Aikens, Hayes, San Marcos, Westlake, and now here, and this is a great place to be right here. I'm blessed to have this job.
So you're kind of like one of those, the people they call transplant Texans, where they say, I'm not from here, but I got here as quick as you can. You're like that with Lockhart. We won't hold that you started in Hayes against you.
tell you, well, I appreciate you. It's great to be here. There's just good people around here. People are just willing to help too. I'm amazed how much support we got, and it's always in the background. You know what I mean? They're always watching. I mean, you'll get a text. I'm like, I didn't even know he was following us. It's pretty cool.
That is awesome, though. I mean, it's those sleepers, and you never know who is watching, and usually it's a lot more people than you're aware of.
Yes, sir.
We get it all the time with our broadcasts where you run into people that know you. You may not know them, but they know the broadcast and they follow, and we appreciate it.
Do a good job too.
Speaking of texts, me and Javier are very good friends. We text each other all during the week.
Yeah.
We're big UT fans and big Cowboy fans.
Yes, so we're going to the game on Sunday, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So my wife, I married the right lady when her anniversary. She wants to go to a Cowboy game. Right?
Yeah, I tell you what, you struck gold with that one. That's for sure.
I did.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So are we going to hook 'em horns tomorrow,
Yes.
Coach?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we're in a fall league tournament in New Braunfels. So the last one, so we play at 9 and we play at 2, so it's perfect. 11 o'clock.
That's right.
Kind of open and stuff. It was perfect. So, we were going to leave tomorrow, but I was like, I can't leave my guys and not watch them play. It would drive me nuts. So we're going to leave on Sunday morning.
Well, and you have plenty of time. It should be 41 to 12 at halftime. Like our Lockhart Lions football team here, they experienced a loss, and then after that we've bounced back really strong, and I expect us to keep that going tonight as well, and I'd like to see the Longhorns keep that going tomorrow
That's
also.
one thing about these kids right here at Lockhart I've noticed, they bounce back pretty quick. I don't know what it is, and maybe it starts young, and they've been competing for a long time. But if you lose a game on Tuesday, you're hard on them on Wednesday, and they're back to normal, and here we go. And most of the time, we do win on Fridays. Sometimes it takes a loss to open up people's eyes, and especially yours as a coach. And what am I doing wrong and stuff? So, I've been to a couple places that they won't bounce back. And it's tough to coach those type of kids. Like, they can't go to the next play or the next game. They're still worried about last week. And so
one of the things that I took away from when Texas lost to Arkansas a few weeks ago was something Steve Sarkisian said. He said, "You've got to hate to lose more than you like to win," and I just love that mentality. And truly, you could see it in how they bounce back. And if that's being reflected in our kids here too, in their mentality, that's absolutely awesome because. That's it. You got to hate to lose. It can't just be I want to win. You got to do everything you can to stay out of that L column, and I fully expect our Lockhart Lions to do that tonight against Kerville Tivy.
It all starts up top too. When your athletic director's preaching that win, but just win with class, and it just trickles down to everybody, and it's you're expected to win now. You know what I mean? Especially as hard as we work, we're expected to win. And that's what my guys are, getting on the court. When they go on the court, they expect to win now. It wasn't like that when I got here. It wasn't like that, especially on the basketball side. They just, it's kind of in a race. So, but it's good. It's good. We're going the right direction, and I'm pleased so far.
Before we let you go, Coach, and I know some of the people, but I'd like you to talk a little bit about. We've talked about the players. We've talked about your coaches. There's also a lot of other people around the team. Who help out with summer leagues and things like that. I know several of them myself, but so there's, it's not just players and the coaches. There's a really strong support group of people, and not just fans coming to the games. You've got guys who are coaching the guys in summer leagues and stuff, and just tell us a little bit about that.
The Browns, Josh Brown and Steve Brown, they helped us. So, they're just reliable. Josh came today to come walk my guys through. He's been there since day one from this year and through the pandemic. And then you got Kent, Kent donated some money for us, to us to get some jerseys going. And I'm like, it's amazing how generous people are. And but Josh Brown and Steve Brown have done a great job.
Well, and if I told you, you probably wouldn't believe it. All the work he's done to help you guys, you wouldn't believe how much he does for us out at Little League as well. So, the man's just putting in a ton of hours for the young people at Lockhart, and it's absolutely great.
He's a good man. And, it started off with Lockhart Hoops was the Cifuentes and the Stevensons and all them. That's the ones that started off and just kind of got us going. And the Rocas and all them and the Butlers, Scott Smith, you know what I mean? And so just kind of, you know, just to get something off the ground, it was pretty impressive, you know, and us having a tournament here, the Cinco de Mayo tournament and all that. So just to get some excitement about basketball.
Like I said, it takes a village.
It does. It truly does.
It takes a big village.
It does. It does.
But yeah, Coach, I want to thank you for coming in
Yes,
and
sir.
talking to us about
I appreciate y'all having
Lockhart
me.
Lion basketball, and wish you the best of luck.
Okay.
And hopefully, let's not make it another 28-year drought. Let's make it a 28-year
Back to back. Huh?
back-to-back
There you
into
go.
the playoffs. So.
Yes, sir.
I expect quarterfinals this year.
Oh, okay. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in, Coach.
All right.
Before you leave, we gotta take a picture.
All right.
We gotta take a picture, guys.
All right.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, we're gonna go and take a quick timeout right now and go through a commercial break, but we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football here on the Recon Athlete Pregame Show.
You want to sit?
The golden age of recruiting is now. It doesn't matter if you're in a small town. If you can ball, we'll find you. When you dominate the air, your 5-star talent can't be questioned. Dance that dance. Back-to-back state titles helps your exposure. We'll promote you until you commit. Speed is what they desire, and when you're a legacy to speed, you leave no doubt. It's fun to be fast. Welcome to Recon Athlete, where we identify, reveal, and promote student athletes.
Welcome to today's Lions Pride sports broadcast of Lockhart Lion Sports. Brought to you by our main sponsor, Recon Athlete. Lions Pride sports broadcast is also sponsored by
The golden age of recruiting is now. Welcome to Recon Athlete.
Changing Faces Barbershop has been serving the Lockhart and surrounding communities since 2009. Head barber and owner Lex Jennings and staff pride themselves on being a hip urban barbershop. For shaves, not only do we hit you with our processional Andis trimmers, we offer a close shave and edge up with a straight razor. If you're really wanting to be pampered, let us give you one of our famous hot towel shaves. For cuts, Changing Face barbers are all top of their class and are able to pull off any style, whether it's a mohawk, classic cut, fade, taper, or design. We pride ourselves on our talent, our drive, and want to give our clients the best experience available. For all styles from the newest trends to old school cuts, our barbers here at Changing Faces have the skills to transform your look and feel. With over 10 years of combined experience, our barbers are on the cutting edge of the barber world. Come by one of our two locations, 2000 West San Antonio Street in Lockhart, Texas, and 900 Bug Lane, Suite 115 in San Marcos, Texas. Or go to our website at cfbarbershop.com.
Hi, I'm Richard Mendez with A1 Bail Bonds. If you find yourself in a jam, we're your plan. We'll put your feet back on the street. A1 Bail Bonds. Go Lions.
If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794, email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com, or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com.
Adam & Sons AC and Heating is a locally owned business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices, whether it's commercial or residential. Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air@yahoo.com. Mention you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast and get 10% off your service call. Head on down to Commerce Cafe at the corner of Commerce and Market Street in the heart of historic downtown Lockhart for a meal that'll make the whole family happy. Wash down our Statesman-approved chicken fried steak with an old-fashioned root beer float. Keeping healthy? Grab a peach salad and roasted chicken. We can't wait to see y'all at Commerce Cafe at the corner of Commerce and Market Street in the heart of historic downtown Lockhart. Let Bryan Enterprises Family Entertainment be your one-stop shop for your party entertainment needs. If you're in need of balloon twisters, face painters, or bounce houses, just give them a call at 512-846-3334. If you're looking to rent a mascot costume or to hire a children's performer to appear as a superhero, princess, or one of their 85 other merry mascots, reach out to them. Bryan Enterprises Family Entertainment has been entertaining families in Caldwell County for 2 decades. Bozo the Hozo, the Christian Clown, the first entertainer for the company, has entertained thousands at the Lockhart Chisholm Trail Roundup Parade over the years. Family entertainment and family engagement are 2 phrases that are a part of Bryan Enterprises' core values. Whether it's motivational speaking at school assemblies, or writing children's books, or training personnel to engage fathers in the community, children and families are always at the heart of this organization. To find out more about Bryan Enterprises, feel free to check them out on social media or visit their website at bryant-enterprises.com.
The golden age of recruiting is now. It doesn't matter if you're in a small town. If you can ball, we'll find you. When you dominate the air, your 5-star talent can't be questioned. Dance that dance. Welcome to Recon Athlete.
And we are back here for the Recon Athlete pregame show. And I want to welcome everybody. Tonight is a district opener for the Lockhart Lions against the Kerville Tivy Antlers here at Lions Field. And with myself, Emilio Sarge Juarez, bringing you all the live play-by-play action. And alongside next to me doing the color commentary, TD Tom Dunn. And to his left is going to be the football analyst for us tonight. It's going to be Coach Amado Galvez, the coach. And here in a few minutes, we're going to get with them and talk about the Kent Riddle Properties coaches' keys to victory with the coach. But right now, welcome everybody to the Recon Athlete pregame show. All you Kerville Tivy fans are tuning in. Welcome to the show tonight. We're about 14 minutes away from kickoff. And it's going to be a great night for football, Tom, TD, as we have the Lockhart Lions, hosting the Kerville Tivy Antlers. And it's been since 1992 since Lockhart defeated Kerville Tivy, which happened to be here at Lions Field. Of course, we were flip-flop, and it was nothing but sticks and needles out there in the field at that time. So,
well, I tell you what, we came real close a couple years back. The last time we played here, actually, where Mr. Ellison for Lockhart, I think he rushed for 400 yards on 23 carries, and that was a game that was 45-45 at halftime. The second half started to get a little out of hand. It stayed close to the very end, and they pulled one out on us. But we definitely didn't make it easy on them. And then, of course, last year we played Kerville Tivy in the Ice Bowl in the frozen tundra.
Oh, man.
That was the same date, same time, folks, of the year. And last year it was in the 40s. The wind was blowing 30 miles an hour. And we had icicles hanging from our noses as we broadcasted that game.
Yeah.
We all sitting outside?
Yeah, we were sitting outside. We were sitting outside in the
Yeah, we were freezing. We were at the top. Well, and we decided to be at the top because we liked the view, and boy, we regretted about halfway through the game. But yeah, that wind was just freezing us to death.
I'm sure if you would have taken the barbecue, they would probably let you in the press box.
Yeah.
But going back to the 1992 game, Sarge, I was happened to be on the coaching staff that year, and the head coach for Lockhart that year was Terry Morris, and he's the last head coach to beat Kerville Tivy. And let me tell you, Sarge and TD, we put a whooping on them. The head coach for Kerville Tivy was so mad after the game, he refused to ride the bus back with the team. He drove it. He got his wife to drive him home.
Oh.
He was so upset the way we put on them, and we had a great Lockhart line team that year. Quarterback was a guy by the name of Stink, James Hipstead.
Yeah.
And the guy in the tailback was Lamont Randall, and they had a receiver out there named Freddie DeLeon. You talk about some great athletes.
I'll tell you what, Stink, he had some feet on him for sure. He definitely moved those feet, and he was fast and quick. I remember watching him even a couple years later. I think he must have been like a sophomore or junior then.
Transferred from Gonzales.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kerville Tivy, I guarantee you they're not going to come in here and lay down. They're going to give the Lockhart Lions what for, but I do fully expect that the Lions probably have a good chance to pull it out tonight with, the way the team's been playing and kind of the way the momentum's going for them. But, we also know what it's like. Kerville Tivy's winless. We've been there. It's a bad taste. You hate it every week, and every week you're looking to change it. So, I fully expect for them to come in here swinging.
Tivy fight never dies.
Oh, it never does. And
Where did that echo come from?
we're going to go and take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more of the Recon Athlete pregame show here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
The Lounge Sports Bar, located at 211 East Market Street, just off of downtown Lockhart. The right place to have a great time with friends and enjoy the game on our big screen TVs. We have a large bar lounge, allowing for many people to crowd around and cheer on your favorite team. The Lounge Sports Bar, open 7 days a week starting at 11 a.m. The best place in Lockhart to enjoy cold beverages and watch live sports. So make the Lounge Sports Bar your favorite destination for sports and drinks. Lockhart's Daily Grind is located at 1408 South Main Street in Lockhart, Texas. Or visit our other location, Kyle's Daily Grind, at 607 West Center Street in Kyle, Texas. We proudly provide a quality cup of coffee organically grown from Honduras and amazing customer service with each visit. Sign up for our loyalty program that's redeemable at either location. Earn a point for every dollar spent to redeem discounts on future orders. Order online at Lockhart'sDailyGrind.com or KylesDailyGrind.com to stay ahead of your busy schedule. Let us cater your next event with hot and cold brewed coffee, lemonade, muffins, and more. Reach out at Lockhart'sDailyGrind@gmail.com. Lockhart's Daily Grind, 1408 South Main Street in Lockhart, or Kyle's Daily Grind at 607 West Center Street in Kyle. Let Bryan Enterprises Family Entertainment be your one-stop shop for your party entertainment needs. If you're in need of balloon twisters, face painters, or bounce houses, just give them a call at 512-846-3334. If you're looking to rent a mascot costume or to hire a children's performer to appear as a superhero, princess, or one of their 85 other merry mascots, reach out to them. Bryan Enterprises Family Entertainment has been entertaining families in Caldwell County for 2 decades. Bozo the Hozo, the Christian Clown, the first entertainer for the company, has entertained thousands at the Lockhart Chisholm Trail Roundup Parade over the years. Family entertainment and family engagement are two phrases that are a part of Bryan Enterprises' core values. Whether it's motivational speaking at school assemblies, or writing children's books, or training personnel to engage fathers in the community, children and families are always at the heart of this organization. To find out more about Bryan Enterprises, feel free to check them out on social media or visit their website at bryant-enterprises.com.
All right, and welcome back to the Lions Pride Sports broadcast of Lockhart Lion football. This is the Recon Athlete pregame show as we get set for the district opener between the Lockhart Lions and the Kerville Tivy Antlers. Welcome, everybody, to the broadcast tonight. Myself, I'm Emilio Sarge Waters, going to be bringing you all the live play-by-play action, along with the man to the left side of me, TD Tom Dunn, with the color commentary, and to his left, our football analyst, Coach Mato Galvez, and back home at the studios, it's going to be Kent Riddle of Kent Riddle Properties. He's going to be doing the QA for us. If you could follow along the game throughout the night here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast, courtesy of the Kent Riddle Property scoreboard that you see below at the bottom of the screen, as we have the Kerville Tivy Antlers coming out as we get set for the 10 o'clock kickoff time. And right now, let's kick it over to the coach, as we're going to have the Kent Riddle Properties keys to victory with the coach. And Coach, take it away. What are the Lockhart Lions going to have to do to come out with a victory tonight?
Thank you, Sarge. But before, like I said earlier, I would like to, before we get started, I'd like to dedicate this broadcast to my niece, Madison Camacho, who gained her wings this Monday. Madison was a special needs student and truly an angel from God. And please pray for my nephew, for Dad, David Camacho, 21 years old, is just way too young to pass away. And please keep my family in your prayers. As far as the game, yes, Kerville's going to come out fighting. They're back against the wall. They're a very good football team, and they're not used to losing. In the first district ball game, they're going to be scrappy. And like the motto says, Tivy fight never dies. And tonight, they're going to put up a fight. They have an excellent quarterback. He's just junior. Just a good job of running the ball. A pretty average passer, but he's got some tall receivers to throw the ball to. Defensively, they're very scrappy. They're very well coached. They're going to be in position to make the tackles. So Lockhart has to come out really good on offense, move the ball, get some drives going, throw the ball, run the ball to keep the Kerville defense on the field. We don't want the offense to get on the field for Kerville Tivy.
Well, fortunately, Coach, making men miss and breaking tackles just happens to be the specialty of several guys we got on the offensive side of the football.
And Lockhart's coming off a bye week where when I talked to Coach Mabus, they worked on strictly a lot of fundamentals and got the kids rested. Some of the kids need to get off their feet for a while and they concentrate on their grades, and they come back well rested and well coached and ready to win this district ball game.
And it's going to take a full team effort tonight. Of course, last week we talked about the key person that was going to have to be the breakout player 2 weeks ago, which was going to be Tay Andrews. And that's exactly what Tay Andrews was. He was a breakout player last week. And he came out strong, and he was the player of the game for the Lockhart Lions, the Recon Athlete player of the game. And a tremendous night from Tay Andrews. Right now we're going to go to the field as we're going to have the playing of our national anthem. So we're going to turn down our mics and turn up the crowd mic, and we'll be right back with some more Recon Athlete pregame show.
And that's the Lockhart Lions Varsity Choir giving us the national anthem there as the ROTC presented the colors. Beautiful rendition of the anthem, which they've been giving us all season long. And we're getting pretty close here. We're a few minutes away from kickoff. We'll have the coin toss for you here in just a moment. We'll let you know who the captains are for the Lockhart Lions. So Kerville Tivy coming in here. They're bringing 44 players, which is just a handful more than Lockhart. I think Lockhart's around 35, 36 right now.
And got a quick update on the last time Lockhart beat Kerville Tivy was 49-17. Lamont Randall ran for 249 yards and 4 touchdowns, and all this information is courtesy of Mr. Cuellar, one of the big fans of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Of course, we had him on the show with us, with myself and the coach, when we had the way back shows for Lockhart Lions football. As we're going to be getting set for the coin toss.
We'll have to call him the Lions Pride Sports broadcast historian.
We will, and right now, real quick, I want to give a shout-out to the LISD Lions of the Week, who will be joining the captains for the coin toss this week. Don't see them going out there, but from Navarro Elementary, it's going to be 4th grader Eliza Gandy. Clear Fork Elementary, 5th grader Jace Capello. From Strawn Elementary, 4th grader Maoli Bonilla. From Carver Early Education Center, Ryan Martinez. And from Lockhart Junior High, 6th grade pre-athletics, Genesis Cuellar, the daughter of Robert Cuellar, and Blake Uloa. So congratulations to our Lions of the Week. Continue to be locked on excellence throughout the rest of the season.
And the captains for Kerville Tivy are number 65, David Palestrant. Number 4 is going to be Ryan Mayberry. Got number 10, that is Fisher Middleton, the running back. And then we also have number 56, John Valdez.
And, of course, for the Lockhart Lions, we have number 1, senior Tay Andrews. Junior Deontay Jackson, number 31. Number 55, Riley Owens, senior. And number 99, the big senior himself, Clayton Foster. And last year, Tom, we got a taste of Fisher. What was that young man's name again? Of course, we got Jake Layton, who was a quarterback. Jake Layton was a quarterback, and Fisher Middleton. Those two guys were the key components for the Kerville Tivy Antlers offense last year.
And they grinded out a tough win against Lockhart. I mean, it was a 12-6, I think.
17-7.
17-7, but it was a slow and very, very cold, very windy game. Couldn't put the ball in the air hardly at all, as we had winds swirling around that bowl stadium they got there. So it was a lot of hard-nosed football and a lot of running by both the running back and Jake Layton. But I tell you what, we've watched Jake Layton play. He's now a junior, so we've been watching him play since he was a freshman. And he's not huge, he's not big or overly athletic, but I tell you what he is. He is a player. He'll extend plays with his feet. He will push the ball down the field. He's not afraid to go deep, as we've seen him go deep on us quite a few times at the freshman, and then the I guess, it was just as a freshman.
Started as sophomore last year.
Then he went up to sophomore and started.
TD's only 5'10", 175 pounds, but I tell you what, he's tough as nails.
Yeah,
he does a
he
good
plays
job.
bigger than that for sure.
He threw for 1,000 yards last year.
And as we're going to be getting ready for the Johnny Badron's first quarter, Johnny Badron's record service first quarter, I want to give a big shout-out and big congratulations to Ashton Dickens. He was named Player of the Week, Mr. Texas Football for Texas Dave Campbell's for Week 5 for his efforts against Davenport. So congratulations to Ashton Dickens. Of course, we were off last week, so we had to take 2 weeks to make the announcement. But as we're going to get ready for the game to start off, looks like we're going to have Omar Ocampo, the younger brother of Mr. Automatic Juan Ocampo, coming in.
He'll be kicking to Fisher Middleton, number 10, who's back deep. It's going to be one of the short men, gets it on a fair catch.
And it's going to be caught at the 25, so that's where the Kerville Tivy Antlers going to take possession.
That was Ryan Mayberry with the fair catch, number 4 for Kerville Tivy. And so the Lockhart defense has played well, and as has the offense, but really been impressed with the defense over the last couple weeks. That secondary just seems to get better each and every week. We'll see what Tivy starts them off with here on a 1st and 10 from the 25.
So once again, Layton's at quarterback for the Tivy Antlers. Man in motion coming across, number 10, Middleton. And quick throw out there to the flats on the far side by caught by number 14, and Ashton Hernandez is going to be right there on the tackle.
That's a good open field tackle there by Hernandez, but not before he picks up 6 yards.
That's one of his go-to receivers there. He loves to throw the number 4.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Antlers.
Got 3 receivers on top, 1 on this side. They put the best receiver one-on-one on this side. Bubble screen.
Yeah, bubble screen once again to number 10. This time the Lockhart line's going to be right there, but not before the second effort and the push through. The defense is going to you'll probably pick up a 1st down, and it'll be right there at the 35-yard line. And,
Yes.
of course, Middleton will pick up the 1st down.
Anytime they get a 1st down, they go no huddle.
Well, and I tell you what, with number 4, the running back there, you mentioned him, one of his favorite targets. He did a great job getting out front as a lead blocker there. There he is.
Nice swing pass out there to the number 4 as he's coming around the near side. He's going to be brought down and tackled from behind.
Good tackle on number 31.
Yeah, that's Deontay Jackson on that tackle, tracking him down. That's going to be another pickup of 6 yards on 1st down. So far, Tivy making it easy on their young quarterback, picking up chunks of 6 yards on 1st down on their first 2 first downs.
Trips on this side, 1 receiver on top.
There we go, Layton with the snap. Quick throw out here to the near side. And great job by the Lockhart Lions defensively.
So pretty interesting 2 sets of plays here. Basically, we saw the same 2 plays just run to the opposite side of the field. That time the Lions able to get in there to the bubble screen and hold them up short of the 1st down, bringing up a 3rd and 2.
You notice how the receiver in the far end takes the DB as far to the sidelines as possible, taking them completely out of the play.
Look for another bubble screen to the far side, back to number 10. Well, it's going to be a run up the middle. Nice gaping hole for the running back to get right through for Mayberry.
Touchdown saving tackle by number 31 and number 8 for Lockhart.
And that's Trayvon Hopkins and Deontay Jackson, who we've seen, Trayvon Hopkins just coming on stronger and stronger and stronger as the year goes on.
And especially the last 3 games, he's coming on strong even more lately. So we look for another big game for him.
2 receivers on top, motion, play action.
Fakes the jet sweep, throwing the ball deep down the middle. Got a man wide open, caught into the end zone by number 14, Jackson Johnson. And just like that, the Kerville Tivy Antlers mosey on down the field and add 6.
And that's another name we're familiar with. It's the biggest receiver on their team. He'll be one big target for Jake Layton. And as I said, Jake Layton not afraid to push the ball down the field as Jackson Johnson just flat out beat his man on that, got a couple steps, and made a beautiful catch on his back shoulder to put 6 up on the board for the Tivy Antlers.
Yeah, that Johnson kid's definitely their stud.
And here comes the extra point. The snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it is good. So just like that, Kerville Tivy Antlers lead 7-0. We're going to take a quick timeout as you're watching Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
At Johnny and Barone's Wrecker Service, we've got your towing in Lockhart and surrounding areas covered. Founded in 1967 by Jesse Johnny Barone and Fidelia Barone, Johnny and Barone's Wrecker Service is a family-owned and operated business in Lockhart, Texas, and have been in the business for over 50 years now. That means we've got the experience that it takes to be the best. Johnny and Barone's Wrecker Service provides wrecker and towing service 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with a bilingual staff of dispatchers, drivers, office staff, and managers who provide excellent and friendly customer service. Johnny and Barone's Wrecker Service will treat you like you're part of the family, ready to assist you when you need it. Our friendly, experienced staff will get you and your vehicle where you need to go safely. Come by and visit us at 1400 South Commerce Street in Lockhart, Texas, or call us at 512-668-4840. Johnny and Barone's Wrecker Service. We're committed to providing a service you can be proud of.
And here we go as Kerville Tivy Antlers is going to be kicking off after scoring on a big touchdown pass of about 52 yards.
And the kick from number 17, Stephen Grocky.
And it's going to be caught 1 yard deep in the end zone by Jackson, and he's going to bring it upfield. Scoots down the far sideline, got the lane to run, and it's finally going to be ran out of bounds after a big run of 40 yards on the kickoff return. And the Lockhart Lions got great field position at the 35-yard line. Actually, it's going to be a 33-yard run from the end zone.
Well, we know he's got the potential. We saw him as a freshman return 3 or 4 between punts and kickoffs before he was moved up to varsity halfway through that year. And I have just been waiting and waiting for it to happen because you know it was going to happen eventually, and a great return there. setting the Lockhart Lions up with good field position on their first drive. Ball at the 35-yard line.
Did a great job of tight roping that sideline.
I like that. Leadership from senior Tay Andrews as they're jogging out of the field, telling them, pick it up, guys, get out there quick, and they all did.
And here we go as sophomore quarterback Ashton Dickens, Mr. Football, comes in for the first play. And is going to hand the ball off, and stuck in the backfield is going to be Sean McKinney, and he'll lose 5 yards on the play.
And that's John Valdez, number 56, that came from the defensive end position, came unblocked on that play to bottle up McKinney for a 6-yard loss.
Motion.
So Lions are going to come out. They have one receiver to the far side, one to the near side. Bunched up behind the line of scrimmage as Dickens gets the snap. Quarterback draw all the way. And he's going to get tripped up. He'll pick up 1 yard. And that'll make it 3rd down and 14.
And something pretty interesting here that we haven't seen. Number 8, Travion Hopkins in the game on offense. We've seen him making an impact on defense. He's in there at running back, offset to the right of Ashton Dickens. So we'll keep an eye on that as it's the first time we've seen him on the offensive side of the football. And if Coach put him out there, it's for a reason.
And here we go as the Lions get set up. Once again, Ashton Dickens at shotgun formation. Got 2 running backs offset on either side of him. That ball's going to go to Travion Hopkins. He goes around the right side, got some room to run, picks up the first down, breaks an arm tackle down to the 40, 30, 25 before it's finally brought down at the 20-yard line. And
I tell you what,
him.
If Coach put him in there, there is a reason he's in there. And, folks, that's because he's got some wheels. Great job of running for the linebacker.
Great job by the offensive line, the blocking. That was a huge hold there.
Yep, and then great job breaking tackles by Travion Hopkins. We'll call him the rookie running back, getting a big tote there.
Showed great speed.
Yeah, he comes to the sideline for a well-deserved rest there.
Yeah, why not? One play. Get him some rest. Put him back out there. Ashton Dickens at shotgun. Inside handoff to Sean McKinney. He's going to get through the line of scrimmage. Picks up about 2 yards before it's finally brought down.
And tough fought couple of yards there.
I tell you what, I mean, you right on cue, Travion Hopkins comes right in and hits a big hitter and, puts the Lockhart Lions in great field position, especially looking at 3rd down and 14.
Oh, we may have to start calling him the Swiss Army knife. See him on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. All right, Ashton gets the snap, drops back, looking to throw over the middle, throws it over here out to the flat. Intended receiver just outside of outstretched arms. That's going to be number 9, Nathan Garcia.
Yeah, he had a little bit of time there, but not quite enough to really ever get his feet set solid there as he was having to chop and move around the pocket there. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Lions. They are inside the red zone here. Got to make the 12 for a 1st down. Ball on the 20-yard line.
And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching tonight's broadcast of Lockhart Lion Football on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Brought to you by main sponsor, Recon Athlete. Swing pass out here to Travion Hopkins. He goes around the left side, bulldoze Tyvee Adler and carries him with them for about 6 yards.
We got a penalty flag on the play. It was thrown at Sean McKinney, who was out on the edge blocking. We'll see if he picked up a hold on that one.
Referees are talking.
But I tell you what, hold or not, Travion Hopkins, he's a wild man out there. He carried about 2 antlers with him and one in his back pocket while he was running down the line.
Yeah, they got us for holding.
And it's going to be a holding call, so it's going to push him back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Taking away a good run from Travion Hopkins.
Yeah, you got to keep your hands inside. It's difficult, especially when you're out there in the open field like McKinney was trying to block a shifty cornerback. It's awfully hard to get your hands on.
Trying to block an athlete is very difficult out in space.
Well, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Lions after a pretty decent catch and run by Hopkins. So we're going to see Duran come into the game now. Duran has been a tough power runner for the Lions all year long. As Coach likes to say, he's all shoulder pads and knees.
And he's a great blocker as well. Ashton rolls around to his right side, looking to throw back to Sean McKinney, and just unable to maintain his footing.
And that'll be incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and 16.
Great play design there. Play action, taking Dickens kind of out to the right just a little bit. That's a long throw to make from the right hash all the way back across the field. McKinney unable to keep his feet, and the throw coming up just a little bit short. So 4th down, and we've seen a little bit of inconsistency with our field goal kickers this year, so Coach electing to go for it on a 4th and long, as good as a punt down on this end of the field.
All right, so a big 4th down coming up for the Lions.
2 receivers on top, 2 on this side.
Ashton rolls around back to his right side, has to come back to his left side, looking to throw. Nobody to find out there. He's still hustling out there, and he's going to be sacked for a big loss as the Kerville Tivy handlers turn the Lions away on their first possession.
And that's going to be an 18-yard loss, and I tell you, he was trying, he was looking, he was doing everything he could, but really he couldn't throw it away either because he wasn't able to get outside of the tackle box, so really no choice there. Okay, looks like it's going to be about a 14-yard loss. They ruled as forward progress a little forward. So, yeah, they're going to have great field position. Ball's going to be at the 48-yard line.
Yeah,
all receivers are going deep, and there was no receiver toward the sideline. They always have a receiver toward the sideline. That way, if he has to throw it away, he can just throw it across to the sideline.
All right, so here we go. Jake Layton brings his group out. It's going to be a jet sweep coming around the near side. As the receiver's going to cut it upfield, he'll get across the 50-yard line down to the 49 in line territory.
And that was Fisher Middleton, number 10, the running back. Split out at wide receiver coming across for the jet sweep. Looks like this time number 4, Ryan Mayberry's going to be in the backfield with Layton.
And he picks up 8 yards on the jet sweep. 2nd down and 2 for the Antlers. Inside handoff to Mayberry. And Mayberry's got a huge hole to run through before it's finally brought down from behind by Travion Hopkins.
Well, he was 15 yards down the field before someone touched him. Great job by the offensive line, and big number 78, Cam Tackett on the right-hand side of that line, really sealing off that edge.
Another inside handoff to Mayberry.
Wow.
Another big hole as he runs through, running down the right side and into the end zone. The Tivy Antlers have scored twice here in the first quarter.
And had some missed tackles there for the Lions. Lockhart had a chance at him. Travion Hopkins coming off the edge, just couldn't quite get a hold of him. Went high and kind of just broke through his tackle and into the end zone for another 6 points for Tivy.
And here are with 5:34 left to go in the Johnny Bono's record service first quarter. It is Kerville Tivy 13, Lockhart Lions 0 as we await the extra point try.
I'll tell you, Sarge, with the talent that's on this Tivy team, Lockhart has to answer here, right? You know, you can't go down 2 scores and not answer to a team that has talent like this.
Exactly.
So I look for Lockhart to come out swinging. Already seen some creative play calling by the coach, and over the last few weeks, we've seen that playbook start to open up more and more, which I think comes with time and them gaining confidence in their young quarterback. I mean, this is a big playbook, folks. We haven't seen, maybe half of it yet, but I do expect to see more and more new looks from the offense and things open up as we get deeper into the season here.
Exactly. Just because Kerville Tivy is 0-5 doesn't mean that they don't have any talent on that side, because they do. They lost to some very good football teams.
Yeah, right now I want to give a shout out to the Lounge Sports Bar. They're hosting a Lockhart Lion watch party there tonight, live, courtesy of the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast. Want to give them a big shout out for supporting your Lockhart Lion fans and Lions Pride Sports Broadcast. And for all those fans that can't make it out here to the game and don't want to sit at home watch it by yourself, head on over to the Lounge Sports Bar and watch the game with a host of Lockhart Lion fans out there. And get out there and enjoy the night and cheer this Lockhart Lion football team on. It's still early. They're down 14-0 here in the Johnny Bodone's Pate record service first quarter. But I tell you what, still a lot of football left to play, gentlemen.
Well, Deontay Jackson had a great return on the last kickoff. We'll see if he can give us one again as Stephen Grokey kicks it off. And it's going to be Jackson again.
And that one's going to bounce in front. He's going to pick that up at the goal line as he brings it up. And he's going to be met at the 15. And Ford Prague is going to push him forward to the 17-yard line where the Lockhart Lions will take over.
I think with that ball taking a funky bounce, he wasn't sure he could take a touchback and said, I may have caught it out of the end zone, so I better just get going, and got what he could on that one.
Okay.
Who was that?
Reset the clock.
Reset the clock. Here we go. All right, here comes the Lockhart Lions for their second possession of the game. And the first one, had a big pop of a run by Travion Hopkins. Of course, Lockhart Lion drive stalled out on a big sack that gave great field position for the Antlers. And here comes the Lions. Ashton Dickens at shotgun formation. Man in motion going around the backside of the line of scrimmage. Hand off to Sean McKinney coming around the near side, trying to cut it up. Gets to the 20, to 21, down at the 22. Nice little run for Sean McKinney. It's probably going to be about 5 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Great block there by the running back also, Sarge.
And that lead blocker was Joseph Duran. And like I said, it's shoulder pads and pads, and that's it. But
shoulder pads and knees.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he's as tough as it comes. He was willing to throw his body out there to make that block for his team. So
Tivy showing the tendency of playing straight man-to-man. I mean, they're up on your face as far as coverage.
Eight men in the box for sure.
Yeah, quarterback keeper is Dickens going to get through the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up a yard.
So yeah, Tivy just stacking up against the run and basically gonna say, hey, we'll man up on you until you beat us. And other than that, we're throwing 8 men in the box and getting in your face, and that's exactly what they're doing to this Lockhart offense right now.
That man-to-man is good, but eventually the receiver's going to put a move on somebody and get it wide open.
Well, when you stack 8 men in the box like this, a lot of time you find something out on the edge. Tivy spreads it out a little more with their defense this time.
That quick pass out to Sean McKinney. He's got a blocker in front of him. Cuts it upfield, crosses the 30-yard line. He'll pick up a big first down.
And a great block there by number 55, Riley Owen, pulling out there to get in front of Sean McKinney and force his guy to the outside, give McKinney a lane to cut up and get a first down for the Lions.
And, the speed of Riley Owen, I mean, he got out there in a hurry. And Sean McKinney, just the patient runner that he is, just went ahead and followed his big lineman for another first down.
That's it, like John Madden, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Inside handoff to Sean McKinney. He sidesteps a couple of defenders, and he'll pick up 3 yards, 2.5 yards.
Great job by the Tivy defense. I'm impressed with their linebackers, TD. Their outside linebackers are more like defensive ends or strong safeties. They look very athletic.
They can definitely run.
And it shows Lockhart has not had that much success running on the outside up until this drive.
And Lockhart going that power quarterback run.
And Ashton Dickens with some open space, and down the sideline. 10-5, cruising into the end zone for a Lockhart Lion touchdown.
And maybe we'll get lucky and get a replay on that one. Both running backs, Sean McKinney and Travion Hopkins, both picking up big blocks. Here we go.
Here we go. And that's just pretty much Ashton Dickens finding the spot and outrunning everybody.
And this free safety took the wrong angle. I guess he thought he was faster than our quarterback, and well, he was not.
Well, and most times your free safety will be faster than the quarterback until you face an athlete like Ashton Dickens.
And great replay right there by the Lockhart Lions, Lockhart Independent School District film crew. And the cannon, Joseph Suarez, comes in, snap is back, hold it down, kick is up, and it is good. And this game is 1 score away as the Lockhart Lions put 7 on the board on a huge touchdown run by Ashton Dickens. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
The golden age of recruiting is now. It doesn't matter if you're in a small town. If you can ball, we'll find you. When you dominate the air, your 5-star talent can't be questioned. Dance that dance. Welcome to Recon Athlete, where we identify, reveal, and promote student athletes.
And we are back after a long touchdown run by Ashton Dickens to put 7 on the board after the extra point was good by the cannon. It is now Kerville Tivy 14, Lockhart Lions 7 with 3:19 left to go in the Johnny Bono's record service first quarter.
And the same 3 deep men going to be back for Tivy, 4, 10, and 14. It's going to be a short kick.
And it's going to be a fair caught at the 30-yard line.
So we've seen a lot more of that over the last few weeks. The pooch kick coming into play. especially when you've got dangerous returners back there. You know, some folks see it and go, "Oh man, you're really giving them the ball," you know, at the 30 over and over again. But you know, when you got a dangerous guy back there, it could be a lot worse.
It definitely can. Especially, I'm surprised they've kicked it deep twice to Deontay Jackson, and it's like playing with fire out there.
All right, Lockhart has yet to stop the rushing attack of Kerville Tivy. They'll have to do that if they want to get the rest of the way back in this game.
Jet sweep going around the far side to number 42, and he's going to be chased down and brought down. Looks like that was Clayton Foster out there on the tackle, along with Deontay Jackson.
And as with each one of their last sets of downs, Tivy picking up 6 yards on first down, using the run, attacking the edge.
And that'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Time inside handoff once again to Mayberry, who's had some great success and finds some yardage up at the middle down the left side. Picks up a big first down to the 44-yard line.
And once again, Travion Hopkins got a hand on him in the backfield, but number 4 kind of reminds me a bit of like Duran. Really hard to kind of get a hold of as he shrugged that tackle off, pushed forward for a first down.
It's going to take more than one line to bring him down. As Lane gets the pass, throws it out there. Catch is going to be made by number 10.
If you don't get the bubble screen
14.
display, you're probably good at the next one.
Well, and I tell you what, big number 90, Caden Altier Burdette, was about an inch away from tipping that ball and disrupting that one, getting a big reach out there and good penetration on that play.
Tivy has a very big offensive line, TD.
2nd down and 8. Inside handoff to Mayberry, and he's going to be met in the backfield, slowing him down.
And for the first time, Lockhart gets a hold of Mayberry and holds him to no loss. Going to bring up the longest 3rd down of the game so far for Tivy. They are 3 of 3 up to this point on 3rd downs.
And I tell you what, that was a big nose guard. Clayton Foster slowing down Mayberry just enough so his linebacker can get in there and make the stop.
As we hear the fans with the defense chant.
Lane with the snap going around the near side and overthrows his intended receiver as Josh Ramos was right there. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 8.
Yep, and even if he catches that ball, like you said, Ramos was all over him and actually probably would have tackled him for a loss. So the drop is the better of the 2 scenarios for Tivy there, and they'll be punting it away to Lockhart.
And Sean McKinney is going to be going back. Of course, Josh Ramos was a Recon Athlete Defensive Player of the Game against Davenport, and he came out on fire. And right now, great coverage by Josh Ramos.
And this is their first punt, and he's a very good punter.
As Sean McKinney standing back at his own 15-yard line, and this one's going to be booted. And it's going to take a bounce at the 21 and take a line roll, keeps going back down to the 30-yard line where the Lockhart line is going to take over. 1st down and 10.
And they got a chance to tie it up here. We'll go ahead and stay right here with you as the Lions get ready to come out onto the field. So if you're just joining us, the game opened up with Kerville Tivy scoring on their 4th play of their first drive. Lockhart had a great first drive that stalled out inside the red zone. Then Tivy answered with another touchdown before the last series where Ashton Dickens took it 60-plus yards for a touchdown on quarterback power. Lockhart looking to tie the game up on this series.
And here we are with 1:04 left to go in the Johnny Bodone's record service first quarter. Dickens gets the snap, hands it off to Sean McKinney, coming around the near side, cuts it upfield, gets to the 40, got some room to run to the 40 on the opposite side.
Almost broke it.
Till he's finally brought down at the 35-yard line in Tivy territory.
Great run. Now they have to get up and go. Don't wait for the defense.
Clock still winding down. We're right around 50 seconds.
That's a 35-yard pickup for McKinney on that run. That'll add to your rushing total and your average.
And you notice that he had great. There was great presentation of the Tivy defensive line, but McKinney was able to get around the corner.
2 running backs.
Here we go, 1st down and 10 from the 35.
Lockhart doing a lot of moving around, switching around, trying to confuse the Tivy defense.
A lot of eye candy is what I call it.
And it works at times.
Yeah, quick throw out here to the near side to number 9, Nathan Garcia. Goes around the right side. got some room, cuts it up. Another big first down for the Lockhart Lions.
And that's one of those moments where you see him running backwards and you start holding your breath.
Yes.
And then once you see him finally get free, you kind of let it out and take in another one.
I said, oh, what's that sophomore doing?
Hey, I tell you what, you can't win if you don't play. And the young man rolled the dice right there, and he came up with a 7.
Oh, yeah, it looks like Coach Maben is going to let the clock run out on the first quarter, and that's going to do it for the Johnny Baron's first quarter. And we're going to be heading up. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast for the A1 Bell Bonds second quarter.
Hi, I'm Richard Mendez with A1 Bail Bonds. If you find yourself in a jam, we're your plan. We'll put your feet back on the street. A1 Bail Bonds. Go Lions.
The golden age of recruiting is now. Welcome to Recon Athlete.
All right, we are back here at the start of the A1 Bail Bonds second quarter. Lockhart really has grabbed the momentum here. You can feel it here in the stadium, really starting to shift the Lions' way as they're threatening once again. The ball is going to be on the 24-yard line. So the Lions have scored from over 60 yards out. Last time they got down this close, their drive stalled out. We'll see if they can get in the red zone and increase that red zone percentage here on this upcoming set of plays.
TD, I'd like to give a shout out to Melinda Curse, who's tuning in, Sean Knobloch, Daniel Cuellar, Robert Ortiz, and Robert Hitter. Good job, Coach Hitter.
Texas history extraordinaire.
Oh, yeah.
That man taught me all about Texas.
All the way from El Paso.
El Paso, Texas, as the Lockhart Lions driving inside of Tivy territory. First down and 10. Hand off to Travion Hopkins going around the left side. And he's going to turn it upfield. He'll get down to the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Great job by McKinney. McKinney locking down that edge, and then Hopkins just pushing with all he had to get out there and round the corner and pick up those 8 yards and bring the Lions inside the red zone.
You know, I love watching Travion Hopkins because he's done it on defense. Now he's doing it on offense. One thing I like to see from the young man is if he's running out towards the left side, put that football on his left side. He was holding on his right side, but I'm pretty sure the coaches will see that and get that taken care of. A quick pass out here to Tavion Hopkins. Nice spin move as he gets away from a defender, but unable to get away past the second one.
Well, Tivy had that one sniffed out from the moment he went out in motion.
Got somebody down.
And looks like they probably saw that in practice.
And we're going to have an injury timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Want to give a big shout out to my wife who's at home watching. And she's at home doing some custom orders. And if you would like a custom order of a tumbler or whatever you like, if you take a look at our Facebook page, you'll see a glow-in-the-dark Chucky, all kinds of Lockhart Lions stuff. We even do other teams.
Yeah,
Cowboys,
we do really ugly
Broncos.
49ers mugs.
Yeah, an ugly one. But hey, tell you what, people love it.
Do you store those outside in the backyard just so that you don't have that 49ers gear in the house?
I got one that I use as a chew toy for my service dog.
Hey, Sarge, we got a score update. It's Alamo Heights 14, Forestville 0.
Wow.
That's both teams are undefeated there.
All right.
That's where we travel to next week, Floresville.
Yeah, Floresville.
And Lockhart back on the field. I'm sure the camera will switch here any second. Either way, we'll bring you the action.
There we go. All right, well, here we go. 3rd down and 3. Inside handoff to Sean McKinney. He's going to bounce around to the outside. He'll pick up the first down and more. He'll be brought down at 11-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Lions.
Great job of McKinney finding what he can, leaning downhill and doing what he does best, just pushing ahead. So the Lockhart Lions just outside the 10. They can get a 1st down without scoring here.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. I want to let everybody know we're going to have a giveaway here that's going to be taking place here in a little while. As Dickens gets the snap, throws over the middle, got a receiver wide open into the end zone. Joseph Duran doing it in the air for a touchdown.
Great job of holding onto that ball as he took a pretty good hit from Duran, securing that ball. I mean, I guess it's almost impossible to fumble when you're all shoulder pads and knees.
Yeah,
like
I don't know how the quarterback could see him. He was so short there, and nobody was.
Exactly.
As we see on the replay, Duran takes a big hit, pops right back up. I mean, that is a stout young man. I tell you what, he is solid.
Extra point, snap is back, hold us down, the kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, we are tied.
I tell you what, Suarez kicked that extra point with some violence, a low trajectory on it, and it went all the way out of the field and onto the walking track.
I tell you what, if there's a game in Luling tonight, it's going to interfere with their game.
I tell you what, he really did. He drove that thing like you would if you're trying to kick a 40-plus yarder.
Yeah, so here we go with 10:01 left to go here in the A1 Bellbond second quarter. The score is all tied up, as Lockhart has scored 14 unanswered after giving up 14 unanswered to Kerville. It is Kerville-Tivy 14, Lockhart Lions 14. And right now I want to give a big shout-out to Changing Faces Barbershop and Lex Jennings. Last night we gave away 2 free tickets to the Back in Black AC/DC Tribute Show that's going to be taking place on October 15th at the Lockhart City Park main pavilion. And here at halftime, while right before the halftime ends, we're going to give you an opportunity to win a set of 2 tickets to that show. It's $15 pre-sale, $20 out the door. But I tell you what, if you get selected and you guess the answer correctly, you'll be going in for free with 2 tickets, courtesy of Lex Jennings of Changing Faces Barbershop.
Well, let me know when that comes up so I can step out and pull the old phone out. My son, he's gonna love that. He's definitely gonna want to go.
Last night, Paul Ancita was the one that guessed it correctly.
Papo?
Yeah. Oh yeah. As we get set, Campo's going to kick the ball. This time it's going to be a little bit deeper, caught at the 20-yard line. That's going to be brought upfield and brought down hard on the tackle. It's going to be number 33, Jared Howe.
Great coverage.
Great tackle by Haugen. He almost got the ball out there. Good job by number 4 to hold on to that sucker. But he got tired of that pooch kick, so I'm going to try to return one. Ends up at the exact same spot he would have with a fair catch.
Oh, yeah. Last night it took a little time for someone to come up with the correct answer. Of course, it was the Back in Black AC/DC Tribute Tour or show. And I said, what was the #1 hit of all time for AC/DC on the Billboard's charts? And, of course, it was Back in Black. It took a little while, but they were able to finally get it.
One of my personal favorites is Dazed and Confused.
All right, 1st and 10 is going to be a jet sweep to number 10 going around the right side. And he's going to be stuffed after picking up 3 yards, and that'll be 2nd down and 7. I tell you what, the last 2 possessions for the Tivy Antlers, Lockhart has had their number.
Yes, sir, and they're playing a great defense. Now, they're starting to have Tivy. Hopefully, if the Lockhart gets a stop here, their offense is going to start having doubts. Because in the games they played, they've had the lead, and the other teams have come back, and they start to shut it down.
Lockhart giving a lot of cushion to the Tivy receivers, keeping everything in front of them.
Reception out there to number 7, and then coming in for the tackle is going to be number 12, Daniel Morales.
And that's a great example right there. Morales, a good 10, 12 yards off his guy, but reacting very quick, and they only pick up 1.5, maybe 2 yards.
2 yards.
Receivers for Tivy are extremely tall.
So here we are, 3rd down and 5.
Ashton down here on an island with the big man. Ball's coming this
snap,
way.
Drops back, looking it down deep. And great job by Ashton Hernandez.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming as they pushed the big receiver. Gosh, dang it, got to find his name here. But anyway, they pushed him almost all the way out to the sidelines. They really had Ashton out there, Ashton Hernandez, isolated up against the sideline. Did a great job to run with the big man and get his hand on the football.
And big height difference right there. And Ashton Hernandez, man, great job by the young man to get out there. And
Ashton looked like Deion Sanders there for a minute.
Yes.
Jackson Johnson, number 14, who he was guarding.
And here we go. The Antler's going to be punting for the 2nd time. And
he gets a beauty off this time.
Sean McKinney's back deep. That's going to take a bounce at the 20.
They're going to down this one.
And that ball's going to roll and roll down past the 10, and that's where it's going to settle as the Lockhart Lions will be coming out for their first possession of the 2nd quarter.
You know what I always say about a deep punt? Now you get 90 yards of stats to add to the book. So.
Yes.
And it looks like there may have been a penalty on the plays. The referees are talking about it. We'll see what
it was behind the play. I think it might be against Tivy.
He signaled a hold on Lockhart.
Okay. Well, they can't move us back very, very far.
So it's still going to be Lockhart ball. I'm pretty sure it was after the punt, so it's going to be marked off after where the ball was downed at.
And that'll be half the distance, yeah.
Half the distance, so the Lockhart Lions going to have to travel 95 yards down the field.
So it's 95 yards of stats
Yeah,
that we
95
get to
yards
add to
of
the
stats.
book.
So
Sarge, I'd like to give a good luck to the Luling Eagles. They start district tonight against Lago Vista.
they're playing at Lago Vista
Yes,
tonight.
sir. Yes, sir. Good luck, Eagles.
And you had the chance to be the color commentary guy for them last week.
Yes, sir. It was a lot of fun. They have a great football team. Got a good chance to visit with the coaches and talk to Coach Thomas, and it was a good football game.
And here we go, 95 yards away as Ashton Dickens gets the snap.
Ooh, little
Little trickery playing going on, like almost a Statue of Liberty type of thing to Sean McKinney. He's going to lose 2 yards.
Wraparound draw.
So it'll be a 2-yard loss, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
And we see Deontay Jackson coming in on the offensive side of the football for the first time tonight. He's definitely a weapon. Lions get the ball into his hands. Watch out, because there could be some fireworks.
And Tay Andrews playing the tight end position. Dickens gets a snap,
Plenty
looking to
of
throw.
time.
Throwing deep down the middle. It's got Jackson with the catch, and Jackson making a beautiful catch. All the way across the 50-yard line down to the 45, and the Lockhart Lions answer big time.
Great job by Jackson there, and Lockhart's going to hurry up to the ball.
And that's a one-handed catch from Jackson.
It is.
He beat the corner, number 27. Number 34, the safety, was no help at all to the corner. He pretty much had him one-on-one.
Double coverage, but he just watched his other guy get beat there, didn't
He has a hard time finding the ball in the air, the free safety for Tivy.
I tell you what, great catch, but an even greater throw by Dickens to get it out there. McKinney with the handoff coming around the near side, crosses the 40, down to the 30, shakes off an arm tackler.
Good stiff arm.
Yeah, stiff arm his own opponent, his own teammate too. Gets all the way down to the 21-yard line.
I was going to say, Nathan Garcia, you better watch out. He'll run you over from behind, as he just about did.
But I tell you what.
But Garcia was holding a great block out there.
Sure
There's
was.
a reason McKinney caught up to him. He was holding a good block on the edge. So just like that, the Lockhart Lions go from the shadow of their own goalpost to just outside the red zone of Tivy. Lockhart threatening to take the lead in this game with 7 minutes, 14 seconds left in the second half.
And
second quarter.
Dickens runs around the right side. He'll pick up positive yardage before he runs out of bounds at the 15.
Good job of running there. He knew exactly when to step out of bounds.
And that's an easy 6-yard pickup for Lockhart. Yeah, and he sure did. He got out of bounds, nice and relaxed. Almost looked like he's just on a jog out there, doesn't he?
Here comes Joseph Duran back out onto the field. Of course, his last time out on the field on the offensive side of the ball, he scored a nice touchdown catch on a great throw by Ashton Dickens to where he was the only one that saw him out there.
I don't think anybody expected him to catch the ball.
Or the ball thrown to him, but the only two was Ashton Dickens, the coach, and Joseph Duran, and that was good for 7. Inside handoff to Sean McKinney, does a little sidestep, and he'll get through the line of scrimmage, picks up a couple of yards. He'll be short of the first down. That'll be third down
close.
and 1.
Well, all they got to do is hand it to McKinney and let him lean forward.
I see Duran in the backfield. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Give it to Duran. He'll pick it up.
Well, that's the beauty of having 2 running backs that can both do similar things. Looks like McKinney's going to be the one in the backfield with him.
Oh, I think Kerville's
yeah,
offside.
Kerville's going to be offside.
That's going to be unabated.
Automatic first down.
Yeah, and that's not the offsides where you get a free play. That's the offsides where they have to blow it dead so they don't hit the quarterback.
And I tell you what, and that was all for changing the cadence on the snap count right there.
Yeah.
And
well,
they have a
it was a combination. They changed the cadence and that they were coming on a safety blitz, and he tried to get a big jump, and he got a big jump, jumped right off sides.
They have a tendency to do that, Sarge. The first game against Dripping Springs and the second game against Shoemaker, they had a tendency of jumping. Anytime they got the hard count, they jumped off sides.
Yeah.
Well, and I saw Blake Herzog out there just as soon as his man started coming inside. He had both hands in the air going, hey, I'm wide open. But Ashton didn't get a chance.
So it's going to be first down and go from inside the 10-yard line. Ball's going to be marked at the 7-yard line. So 4 plays to get it into the end zone from here. Dickens gets the snap, throws over to the right side into the end zone to Tay Andrews. and that one's going to be incomplete.
Great job there by number
33 for Tivy.
33, Joe Montez, senior defensive back for Tivy, covering Lockhart's biggest receiver, doing a good job sticking to him. That's kind of a money ball a lot of the time for Tay Andrews in that back corner. It's really hard to defend, but did a great job that time.
And after a big night Tay Andrews had 2 weeks ago, I'm pretty sure Tivy's got their numbers on him. Inside quarterback draw to Ashton Dickens. He's going to bounce it around to the outside into the end zone, and the Lockhart Lions take the lead on a 7-yard touchdown run by Ashton Dickens.
And the quickness of Ashton Dickens stings him again as we see confetti flying in from the student section. We'll see if we get a shot at a replay on this one, as Dickens very patient on that one, bobbing and weaving, finding the gap and getting in the end zone.
Showed tremendous quickness.
They didn't get a chance to see it on the replay, but that whole right side of the offensive line did a tremendous job blocking and pushing their players down the field. And of course, you see in the replay, Riley Owen getting pushed down by his own quarterback. But he'll take it. He's in the end zone.
He was so quick, even the camera didn't catch him.
Snap is back, hold us down. The kick is
blocked.
And it's going to roll harmlessly, and that'll be no good.
Yeah, that was number 82, Kyler Davis, senior defensive lineman, breaking through the middle and getting a hand on that extra point attempt. So that's one that you hate, because you just pray that it doesn't come back to haunt you later, especially in a game that's been so closely contested so far. But with that missed extra point, that's going to make the score Lockhart 20, the Antlers 14. We've got 6 minutes and 42 seconds left to go here in the Bail Bonds.
A1 Bail Bonds second quarter.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Hi, I'm Richard Mendez with A1 Bail Bonds. If you find yourself in a jam, we're your plan. We'll put your feet back on the street. A1 Bail Bonds. Go Lions.
The golden age of recruiting is now. Welcome to Recon Athlete.
All right, and we are back here at Lions Stadium as the Lockhart Lions have scored 20 unanswered after giving up 14 to start the first quarter, and now lead the Tivy Antlers 20-14. Want to welcome everybody to the Lions Pride Sports broadcast of Lockhart Lion football with myself, Emilio Sarge Waters, doing all the play-by-play and producing along to the left of me, TD Tom Dunn with the color commentary, and to his left, Coach Amado Galvez with our football analyst, Kent Riddle back at home doing the QAing for us, making sure that we sound good and look good for all you listeners out there. I want to welcome any Antler fans that are out there, and we recognize the Titan fight never dies. And this game is still, like I mentioned, when Lockhart was down 14-0, Tivy's down 6 now here in the A1 Bail Bond second quarter. We still got plenty of ball game to go.
Yeah,
so
we got
anything
a fight.
can happen.
We got a fight on our hands here. Neither team really wanting to budge yet. But the last two series, Lockhart doing a great job in forcing Tivy to punt. But, man, what a great punter they have. He's pinned the Lions deep a couple times.
Yeah, well, Lockhart went down the field on 5 plays, 95 yards to score this last time. And a quick pass out here to the near side, and great job by the Lockhart Lions defensively.
Good
where
tackle,
they've had some struggles here tonight making the open field tackles, but they did an excellent job here just now on this play.
Well, that time you had several players. You had Ashton Hernandez. You had number 23 for Lockhart in there.
Haseo Batres.
That's Batres. And then you had also number 52, which I think is Rivas.
Cesar Lopez.
Cesar Lopez.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
Yeah, he came from the right side as a defensive end. And once again, another quick pass out here. Deja vu and Ashton Hernandez right there having nothing of it.
The thing about having the tall receiver, there's more room to grab them and tackle them.
But those two quick passes right there will pick up a quick first down for the Tivy Antlers.
And Jackson Johnson getting his catches in early and often.
You notice they put him away from the trip side.
Yep.
So
and
they get that one-on-one coverage.
Yep, but Ashton Hernandez has done well in that one-on-one matchup so far.
This time fakes the handoff as Lane goes around the right side trying to throw. Jared Haug was out there creating the pressure on the quarterback, and Leighton does a great job and just throws it out.
Yeah, just get rid of football.
He knew he was already out of the tackle box.
Smart decision by a junior quarterback who is, he may be a junior, but he's got a ton of experience on him.
Returning starter from last year.
Yeah, and great job by the defensive backs for the Lockhart Lions. They had their receivers down on lock, and Leighton had nowhere to go but throwing it to the turf monster. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Antlers.
And they've got their 2 best offensive receivers down here on the same side, number 10 and 14.
Motion.
Bringing a man in motion across the line of scrimmage. Leighton drops back, looking
Punts
to throw
it
the
up a
right
screen.
side. Throws it up for the screen, and that's going to be to Mayberry. And Jared Haug out there with a big hit.
And I tell you what, great job there. Caden Altier-Burdette got up, got a hand on the ball, tipped it in the air, and then pursuing all the way to the sideline and assisting Haug there and pushing that ball out. That's going to be a big loss for Tivy and bring up 3rd and 15.
And
Lockhart defense
that
showing out.
One of their best plays. They love to run that screen play, and they do a good job of running that.
Well, and I tell you what, it was there. Had Altier-Burdette not gotten his hand on that ball, number 4 had some green in front of him, but it really delayed him, that ball going up in the air, and allowed the defense time to catch up.
Yeah, they definitely gave Jared Haug the time to get out there and create a big hit. He might not have dropped him to the ground, but he hit him hard enough to where he pushed him out of bounds.
Timeout, Tivy.
So as the Tivy Antlers take their first timeout, we're going to take our first timeout too with them, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
At One Ghost Fitness, our main focus is providing a premium one-on-one personal training experience. Our comfortable and friendly environment ensures each person reaches their maximum potential. Coach Andrea and Coach Hector are ready for your fitness journey. We can train any individual from women to men ages 60 plus. If you've had knee, shoulder, or back problems recently, we can help. We train high school or college athletes with strength and mobility, and regular people just wanting to live a better life and lose some fat on the way. We're located at 903 Fannin Street in Lockhart, Texas, or you can reach us at 512-787-6271. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. One Ghost Fitness.
The golden age of recruiting is now. Welcome to Recon Athlete.
And we are back coming off of the Antler timeout as the Lockhart Lions have put 20 on the board unanswered.
Well, with only 5:40 left, Tivy's going to go thought it was 4th down. It is 3rd and long. Thought they were throwing me for a loop there.
3rd and long, 3rd down and 15 for the Antlers.
3 receivers on top.
Lane drops back, looking to throw. Got pressure coming around from the front, and Altier-Burdette got a beat on him, and they'll make the catch on the far side.
But it's not enough for a first down.
It won't be nowhere near enough for a first down, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And 7.
Daniel Morales, I believe number 12, in there on defense on that play, making the stop on the far side.
And it looks like the Antlers are going to be going for the punt. And down 14-20,
With the punter they have, I would punt too.
Yeah.
We'll timeout now.
Yeah, they're going to call a timeout. The Lockhart Lions will call their first timeout.
Yeah, well, it's probably to tell McKinney to back up because this guy's got a cannon on him.
I tell you what, they may go for the block here.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, as long as you don't rough the punter, you're okay. If you run into him, that's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah,
it's still not a first down.
But they'll probably go for it if you did, too.
True.
If you got them into 4th and 2 instead of 4th and 7, they'd probably be looking to go for it how they've ran the ball. So Lockhart has really stiffened up. The defense seemed porous in that first 2 series as Kerville seemed to score at will when they first got the ball. But the Lockhart defense has sealed the gaps and cracks and has definitely tightened it up ever since.
Oh, yeah, and also want to remind everybody before the Christ Market halftime show ends, you're going to have an opportunity to win 2 free tickets courtesy of Lex Jennings from Changing Faces Barbershop to the AC/DC Back in Black tribute show that's going to be taking place October 15th at the Lockhart City Park main pavilion.
And I tell you what, don't leave us at halftime, folks, because the band's got a big performance in store today. They've got all kinds of stuff waiting to roll out on that field.
It's going to be more exciting than the California Stanford. The band is on the field. All right, looks like they're going to be going. That's going to be punting the ball. Tyvee's still going to be punting the ball. 4th down and 7. But Lions look like they're set, looking for the fake, and they thought about it, and that one's going to be punted away. McKinney's going to catch it at his 21-yard line. He's going to bring it up for about a 4-yard gain.
And just as we talked about, they ran into the kicker, and I don't know. It looked like they may have got a finger on it.
Is it run? It's going to be running or roughing? Did he signal personal foul?
Yeah,
personal foul, roughing the kicker, first down, and
well,
they went for the block. It was close. It was very, very close.
I tell you what, the punter looked like he took a couple of steps as if he was going to run with it.
He does that rugby punt, where he's running forward.
I feel like once they do that, they ought to be fair game.
There's got to be like a 1 by 3 yard space to where once he gets out of that, he's free game.
Yeah. Well, just with that, sometimes penalties can really hurt you, and that moves the ball past midfield into Lion territory. Kerville's going to have the ball at the 45-yard line in a fresh set of downs.
With 5:22 left to go in the A1 Bell-Bond second quarter. Layton back in shotgun formation. Quick throw down to the far side. Again. And this time it's going to be ran out of bounds by number 24, Tristan Amos. And different receiver on the catch this time. It's going to be number 23, Lake Aldrain.
You notice they always run the bubble screen toward their sideline.
Well, and I tell you what, down here on the island, once again, it wouldn't surprise me to see him come back left after going right on that last play. It's going to be a run.
Inside handoff to Mayberry, and Burdett's going to hold on to him until the rest of his group comes in and makes the tackle, but it won't. Not before Mayberry picks up a big first down.
Him and Duran have got to be related, distant cousins. They run the same. Really, really hard to tackle them and bring them down. Compact runners, both of them. And just like that, the ball's down to the 30. Picking up quick 15 yards.
Quick throw once again out to the far side. And number 7 got some blockers in front of him. And he's finally going to be brought down by Daniel Morales as number 7, Desnick Houston, gets his first action of the game tonight for the Antlers.
I'll tell you what, you don't change the recipe as long as it works as they continue to go back to that bubble screen. Once again, Hernandez isolated down here. Same 2 plays in a row.
Handoff, and great job on the line by Clayne Foster, the big nose tackle. And he'll lose his helmet in the process, but that'll be 3rd down and 4. Or 3rd down and 3 coming up.
So Foster will have to come out for a play there. But, yeah, so we saw the same 2 plays right in a row, Coach. That's if you see it and it's working, you keep calling it, huh?
And all this is they're just setting something up, Tom.
Yep, and I think what they're probably setting up is another shot to Big Jackson Johnson, trying to suck everyone inside and right and continuing to isolate Hernandez with him down here.
Here we go, big 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Antlers on the Lockhart Lions defensively. Inside handoff to Mayberry. And he's going to get through into the end zone for a Tyvee touchdown.
And the Lions defensive line did a last-second shift there, and unfortunately they shifted right out of the gap where Tyvee was going, which allowed him to run through the line untouched and into the end zone for 6 points to tie the game up. So as we talked about that 1 point earlier, gosh, I hope it doesn't come back to bite us. So what we really need here, folks, is get behind him. We need a block.
Man, here we go, number 17 coming in to kick the extra point, Stephen Grocky.
They're coming. They're coming.
Back, hold us down. The kick is up, and it is good.
And Deontay Jackson giving it everything he had coming off the edge, trying to get a block on that one. Couldn't quite get there.
Sarge, let me give you a score update. Alamo Heights 22, Floresville 7. And Bernie Champion 0, Medina Valley 0 at halftime.
Oh, wow. And Medina Valley hasn't won a game either, just like Kerville hasn't.
Nope, they're 0 for.
Yeah, they're 0 for 5.
And Champion just received their first loss the week before last, because they were open last week also. They lost to El Campo.
Yes. The Wrightsbirds, if I'm correct.
Yes.
So with 3:35 left to go here in the A1 Bell-Bond second quarter, Kerville Tyvee put 7 on the board after Lockhart scores 20 unanswered. And it is now Kerville Tivy 21, Lockhart Lions 20, as Lockhart had their extra point try blocked after the last touchdown.
Well, I tell you what, we're at that point where everyone's starting district play. Some teams may be winless, but I can tell you there's been teams win the state championship in Texas with 3 losses on their records, usually taken before they got into district play. But so it's, you never really can tell by those first few games until you get into district play.
And here we go. Ball's gonna be kicked deep. It's gonna go in and out of the end zone for a touchback, where the Lockhart Lions going to take possession at the 25-yard line. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some Lockhart Lion football on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Taverns, cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
And just as fast as we could get you back to it, they came back. Lockhart came out of that timeout, ran out, got set, ran a play where Ashton Dickens threw it on a sticks route to Tay Andrews, where he picked up a quick 18 yards and a first down for the Lions, bring the ball out close to midfield.
Timeout.
There's going to be a timeout call. Oh, no, it looks like the coaching staff, the umpires, the referee's going to be calling them out there.
What we got here?
Oh, it looks like they had a little difficulty with the chains on the far side, trying to get them lined up in time.
Like I said earlier, that man-to-man coverage will get you burnt when
I tell you what, Coach Mabus visibly not happy with that delay when Lockhart was trying to go fast. Tivy actually was able to run over their sideline and kind of regroup there. So that's a time when you really want to keep it moving.
And also want to remind everybody, Old Pal Tavern is going to be open late on Friday nights after home football games. So if you're at home or you're at the stadium watching the game here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast, head over to Old Pal Tavern and get you a nice late dinner. Inside handoff to Sean McKinney, bounces around.
Tough run.
And big run.
Golly, you think you're going to put a big hit on him, right? So you lay it down, and then he just drives those big thighs through your shoulders and somehow leans forward over the top of you. That hit would have crumpled a lot of guys. He just kind of runs through
McKinney runs like he's 200 pounds.
He does.
Yeah. And handoff to McKinney going around the left side, cuts it back upfield, gets down to the 46-yard line. And
man, he does such a good job of knowing when to turn up, and just very, very few times where you see McKinney take a tackle for a loss. He may not bust big ones, every single time he gets the ball, but that forward lean is, there's a lot of college recruiters that look for that in a running back. So third down and call it 4 for the Lions.
And this time Ashton Dickens with the carry going around the left side, bouncing it around, and he'll get out of the sideline just past the first down marker.
Such a smart runner.
Yeah, really just seeing what was there, seeing what he had, and then, being smart enough to know he doesn't have to score a touchdown on that play. He could just get to the corner.
So with 2:04 left to go here in the A1 Bell-Bond second quarter, Lockhart Lions moving the ball down the field. Of course, they got the ball to start the second half. So I'm pretty sure Coach Mavis wants to put some points on the board on this drive and try to keep the clock down to a minimum.
Yeah, you don't want to give it back to Tivy with very much time left, because we've seen they can hit quick.
Yeah. Fakes the handoff to Sean McKinney. Throw back to McKinney, who's wide open. Cuts back, shakes through an arm tackler, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds on a big throw and catch and run.
So we saw them attempt this play earlier in the first quarter. Didn't quite work out for him as McKinney lost his feet, but it looked good, and it was a well-executed play. So they come back to it here, and this time it works for him, getting the ball all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Lions in the red zone once again.
Now he's showing his receiving skills.
Yep, Lions are 1 for 2 tonight inside the red zone.
And it's going to be first down and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Last time Lions were in the red zone, they scored on a pass, 6-yard pass to Duran.
And inside handoff to Sean McKinney. Tough running. He's pumping those knees, and he'll get down to the 15-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 6. That's going to be 2nd and 7, excuse me. Clock still winding down. We're about 90 seconds left to go here in the A1 Bell Bond second quarter. And I want to remind everybody, you know, it's going to be halftime coming up soon. The Christ Market halftime show. We're going to feature both bands. First, it'll be the Kerville Tybee Band, and then the Roaring Lion Band will be playing live here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast during the Christ Market halftime show. Quick run around the left side by Ashton Dickens.
Tell you what, tackling Ashton Dickens in the open feels like trying to catch smoke. You know, two players there, both had a beat on him, and he just seems to find a way to get skinny and slip through. Great job there by the quarterback to pick up positive yards and give himself a 3rd and manageable.
Is that timeout us or them?
I'm imagining probably Tybee, but I did not catch it, and the board hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed nothing. But we're going to take a quick timeout. No, but matter of fact, let's go ahead and keep it right here. And, want to give a shout-out to all of our sponsors, especially Recon Athlete, our main sponsor. Kent Riddle, one of our top sponsors of Kent Riddle Properties. Johnny Baron's Record Service, first quarter. Of course, we're in the A1 Bell Bond second quarter. We're about to get into the Kreitz Market halftime show. Third quarter will feature the Adams and Sons AC and Heating. And the fourth quarter will be the Active Jiu-Jitsu fourth quarter. And, of course, we're going to have your Recon Athlete postgame show. We'll have your Recon Athlete players of the game, as well as other sponsors like Raina Drywall, Old Pal Texas Tavern, One Ghost Fitness, the Lounge Sports Bar. I want to thank them, give them a big shout-out for hosting the Lockhart Lion watch party there tonight. The Lockhart Daily Grind, Commerce Cafe, Adrian Gutierrez Photography, Bryant Enterprises, and, of course, Changing Faces Barbershop, where we're going to be giving away 2 tickets to the AC/DC Back in Black tribute show on October 15th as we come back from the timeout.
Kay Andrews at tight end for the Lions.
Man in motion, Deontay Jackson coming across as Dickens going to roll around to his right side, looking to throw into the end zone, and that one's going to be incomplete. He was going for Jackson.
Good coverage, sir.
Yeah, and Jackson had to turn into the defender, which he has no problem doing, but not ideal for that setup. So that's going to be 4th down, and Lions are going to send the kicker out to make sure they at least attempt to go into the locker room with the lead. So Suarez has a big leg. He's definitely can boot it. He's had some struggles this year as he's missed a few and had a few blocked, but this one well within his range. It's going to be a 22-yard field goal.
Yeah, and we've seen him boot one through the uprights in the cold. Actually, this is going to be a 28-yard field goal attempt. Snap is back, hold it down, the kick is up, and it is good. And the Lockhart Lions retake the lead with 1:02 left to go in the A1 Bell Bond second quarter. The score is now Lockhart Lions 23, Kerville Tybee Antlers 21. But don't go for your snack yet. We still got 57 seconds left to go. Plenty enough time for Kerville Tybee.
Got to play defense now.
Yep, great job there by Suarez. You know, with every field goal made, you rebuild towards that confidence. You know, it's like stacking dominoes for a kicker. You miss one, the dominoes fall. You get back to making them. You start stacking them up one at a time again. Great job there by Suarez to put that one through the uprights.
And, gentlemen, last timeout we had was charged to the Lockhart Lions, so they do have one timeout left here in the first half. And Kerville Tybee has 2 left in their back pocket. And it's going to come up huge, especially with only 57 seconds left to go.
So the scoreboard's showing 2 for the Lions, 1 for Tybee, but I don't know if it's correct or not.
I was looking at the wrong side of the score. All right, here we go. Kerville Tybee only has 1 timeout now.
Get out here and get a quick stop and score another field goal.
I got control of the timeouts here. I can give Lockhart 3 on my board if I need to.
Give them 5. We'll take 5 timeouts.
We'll take Kerville. Do they roll over to the second half?
It's like your PTO. You got to use it or lose it.
Can't take them home.
All right, so Omar Ocampo is going to be coming in to kick the ball. And he's going to boot one.
I got my number on my money on 14.
Right to the 27-yard line or 17-yard line. And Tybee's going to return. Big return going around the far side.
Oh, no.
And finally, Omar Ocampo is going to come in and slow him down.
And thank goodness for the kicker. But Tybee's going to have 46 seconds, and they're going to have the ball at the Lockhart 30-yard line, and we've seen their kickers got a big leg, so you got to think they're already probably pretty close to his makeable range from how we've seen him kick. He's got a couple touchbacks and a few booming punts so far.
And this is something the special teams didn't need to do, is give Tivy a short field, and with 46 seconds and 1 timeout, plenty of time for the Tivy Antlers to work with, as the Lockhart Lions lead 23-21. As Layton is back at shotgun formation, man across, coming in motion. Lane rolls around to his right side, throws it out, got a receiver, and it's going to be caught by number 7. Shakes off a couple of tacklers, and he'll pick up a big first down. Big catch and run by Desnick Houston.
Shaking off some of the best tacklers on the Lockhart defense. First time Houston's got his hand on the ball out at wide receiver. They faked the bubble screen that time and went over the top. There's the bubble screen.
And that one's going to be incomplete.
Got a false start on Tivy on that one, so that one's going to back him up. Right now the ball was on the 13-yard line. That's going to push him out to around the 18. And there's going to be 29 seconds left on the clock. Tivy still with their single timeout.
I guess no 10-second runoff inside of 2 minutes with the clock running.
Sure wish they did that.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. Clock is starting to move now as the Tivy Antlers have first down at 15. You can hear that Lockhart Line crowd roaring.
And Tivy's going to use their final timeout as their coach is hot. He was quite upset that they didn't get that off.
They wasted 17 seconds on that one, which I don't mind. And I'm pretty sure Lockhart Lion fans don't mind.
But their coach definitely minded.
Oh, they're Antler fans that are watching, I'm pretty sure they're yelling at the screen, snap the ball.
Hey, and if you're out there in Kerrville and didn't make the trip to Lockhart and you're listening along with us, let us know in the comments. We'll give you a shout-out. We're here to bring football to everybody we can.
Oh, yeah. Right now we got a slugfest going on between the Lockhart Lions and the Kerrville Tivy Antlers. Kerrville Tivy right away, right out the gate, scored 14 unanswered points to take the early lead 14-0, but Lockhart comes roaring back to score 20 of their own. And of course, Kerrville came back and scored on their last drive to retake the lead 21-20. And Lockhart with the big field goal attempt, a 27-yarder by the cannon, Joseph Suarez, gives Lockhart the lead back again 23-21. And on the kickoff, big return by the Tivy Antlers puts them inside the 30-yard line, 35-yard line.
And that's number 4, Ryan Mayberry, who has just been kind of all over the place. He's ran the ball. He's caught a couple. He's had some big returns. I think in the second half, you got to track where that guy's at every play.
Here we are, 12 seconds left to go in the A1 Belbond second quarter. First down and 15.
Coming to
Lane
Jackson.
Gets the snap. Looking to go to Jackson. Has to roll around to his right side. Throws it to the side judge. Incomplete to the referee with 6 seconds left to go.
Didn't have no time to throw. Good pressure by the Lockhart Line defensive line.
Yep, defensive line got a good push. Big number 99 and 56 were all over him, putting the pressure on him. That is big Clayton Foster, and then also Cesar Hernandez once again putting pressure on the quarterback. Lockhart only rushed 3 guys that time, it looked like, but still able to get some pressure.
No timeouts left for the Antlers. 6.3 seconds. Second down and 15. Rolling around to his right side is Layton, looking to throw into the end zone. Has to come back, and he's going to be tackled by Clayton Foster.
And once again, Lockhart only rushing 3, but able to get to him. And
with no timeouts left, the clock's going to run out here in the A1 Belbond second quarter.
That same 2 players.
What helped them there is they had a low snap. And it took
99.
It took time to pick the ball up.
Okay.
Yeah, Clayton Foster and Tristan Amos with a big sack, and of course referee has to make it official. Halftime. So at the end of one half of play, Lockhart Lions 23, Kerrville Tivy 21. And like we said, it's a slugfest.
Well, and I tell you what, folks, stay tuned because we've got coming up for you the Kreitz Market halftime show, and the Lockhart Band has got a good show to put on for you. So we'll have them coming out here in just a minute.
Yes.
Coach, so what do you make of the first half right now? You know, what are you looking as far as adjustments for Lockhart to make in the second half?
Well, Tybee, you're not going to give up. You know, Tybee fight never dies, and they're going to cut back second half. They're going to keep fighting. They're going to keep running that bubble screen. Lockhart needs to make some adjustments, line up quickly to adjust, and on offense, just keep running the ball. Keep running the ball. They're having a hard time stopping the run, and just keep pounding that Tybee, and eventually, hopefully, they'll get the win.
Well, we'll take a quick break here in just a moment, and then we'll be back with the Kreitz Market halftime show and the Lockhart Lion Roaring Band as well as Kerville Tyvee's band. And then we'll have more insight from the coach after the bands perform. You're watching Lockhart Lions football on Lions Pride Sports Broadcasts.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
The Golden Girls and Sapphires are led by President Susanna Rye, Captain Madison McDonald, Major Addison Greenbaum, and Colonel Caleb Rosales. Congratulations to the Sapphire of the Week, Mia Estrada. Congratulations to the Golden Girl of the Week, London Miller. Please sit back and enjoy the riveting streamer jazz to twist and shout. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field, your Tommy Antler Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of Drum Major Ashlyn Davison and Assistant Drum Major Bianca Rodello. Color guard captains are Carmen Batista, Jade Edwards, and Dominic Gonzalez. Band member of the week is Abby Hudson-Pillar. Section of the week are the Drum Majors. Color Guard Member of the Week is Cadence Delgado. Tonight, the Antler Marching Band will be playing their UIL field show entitled Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night. band is under the direction of Jason Young, Lucas Havillard, Justin Mills, and Jessica Weinheimer. Thank you. Go Antlers!
All right, and that was your Kerville Tivy Antler marching band that just finished playing here on the Kreitz Market halftime show. And next up here on the Kreitz Market halftime show is going to be the Roaring Lion Band of the Lockhart Lions. They're going to be putting on a big performance as I look over to the right side. They got a lot of items that are going to be setting up. So it's going to look like it's going to be turning into a great halftime show here tonight as the Lockhart Lions lead the Kerrville Tivy Antlers 23-21 here in the Kreitz Market halftime show. My name is Emilio Sarge Waters, bringing you all the play-by-play along with TD Tom Dunn with color commentary and the coach with his the football analyst, as well as great info that Coach Amado Galvez has put out for us. And after the Lockhart Lion Roaring Band plays, we're going to take a quick timeout and we'll be right back, and we'll give a brief rundown of the first half before we head off to the second half here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. But let me go and turn off my mic as we got some young ones that's going to be performing here at halftime. And hope you continue enjoying the Kreitz Market halftime show right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Please, welcome to the field in the 2021-2022 Lockhart High School Lionettes. The Lionettes are under the direction of Mrs. Melissa LeBlanc. Last Saturday, the Lionettes Legacies in Cheer had 60-plus Lions participate in the Spirit Week. They had so much fun learning cheers, chants, and the jazz dance. Tonight, they'll perform their jazz routine to Do It Like This with the Lionettes and Legacies. We hope you enjoy the performance. The Lionettes are led onto the field by Captain Angelina Garcia, Senior Lieutenant Marbella Moreno Santos, Junior Lieutenant Sofia Garcia, Social Officer Geraldine Perez, and Social Officer Melissa Gutierrez. entering the floor, the Lockhart High School Roaring Lion Band and Color Guard. The band is under the direction of Mr. James Crowley, Mr. Joseph James, and Mr. Jared Archer. Color Guard Director is Mr. Sergio Rodriguez. Freshman of the Week is Lucian St. Ledger. The member of the week is Alexa Lopez. The section of the week is the band and color guard members of the National Honor Society. The new 2021 inductees are Olivia Costa, Ali Castillo, Cody Garcia, Lily Gamillion, Riley Owen, Claudia Reyes, Garrett Schulte, Catherine Valdez, Kiara Ward. And the previous inducted members are Hunter Baker, Marissa Cervantes, Roman Estrada, Julian Estrada, Derek Gannon, Emily Pendergrass, Robert Quinn, and Rodriguez Silva Ramirez. Congratulations to all these Roaring Lion Band and color guard members for being locked on excellence. Tonight, the band is proud to present their 2021 competition show, Aquas, featuring Ecstatic Waters by Stephen Bryant, Wine Dark Sea by John Mackey, and The Waters Wide, a traditional Scottish song, and The Wave from the Sea Symphony by Rafe Warren Williams. Flute soloist is Ariel Garza. Clarinet soloist is Nathaniel Sosa. Horn soloists are Hunter Baker and Julian Estrada. Euphonium soloist is Derek Gannon. Musical arrangements by Bob Cresty and Colin Cagle. Drill design by Luke Gall and production design by Jeffrey Sperling. This evening, the band is debuting their new band uniforms. We'd like to thank RISD Director of Purchasing, Daniel Henry, Purchasing Specialist, Crystal Torres, Deputy Superintendent Alden Galvan, Deputy Superintendent Kimberly Raymond, Superintendent Marcus Straw, the Lockhart ISD Board of Trustees, and the LHS band boosters for making this great look possible. Drum major Robert Quinn and Julian Solis Ramirez. Is the band ready? Please welcome the 2021-2022 Lockhart High School Roaring Lion Band. Bay would like to thank LISD Superintendent Martin Straw.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market's been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
All right, and here we are back from the Kreitz Market halftime show. Great job by both bands, and the Lockhart Lion Roaring Band closing things up as it went over a little bit. As the Lockhart Lions, you see them coming out of the tunnel, getting ready for the second half.
And they're going to be led out by big number 99, Clayton Foster.
Yeah, came up with a huge sack to end the first half.
As well as the 8-train, Andrew Lacomia. I tell you what, the and they never get talked about at any level enough, and that's the offensive line. And for Lockhart, the offensive line there in the latter half, second half of the first half, there in the second quarter, man, they really just manhandled Kerville Tivey's defensive line. And Lockhart, boy, they escaped a bullet there at the end of the second half after allowing a big return. And then Tivey with a big mistake, a mental error, letting all that time tick off the clock, allowed the Lions to maintain the lead. And now the Lions get the ball back to start the second quarter here, or the second half, rather.
Second half, of course, we're going to be kicking off with the Adam & Sons AC and Heating third quarter, as the Lockhart Lions going to be receiving the kick, and going back is going to be Deontay Jackson and Sean McKinney, as we've seen Sean McKinney return a couple of them and had the big one after the first touchdown that Kerville Tivey scored.
That was Jackson had the big
Jackson,
one at first, and then McKinney had two others. So speaking of Adam & Sons Heating and Air, Adam had a special message that he wanted to make sure that I got out on the air tonight, and that is, if you're here in the stadium, stay to the end. Come early, be loud, stay late. We want to keep our fans in the stands, and same with you folks at home. If you're tuned in, stay tuned in to the very end for us.
Put your maroon on and stay in front of the TV screen.
Oh, yeah.
He requested that the fans be strong for our team.
Here, Adam & Sons AC and Heating third quarter. Kickoff is going to be caught by Deontay Jackson. He's going to bring it upfield, and he'll make it to the 19 before his tackle. And we're going to take a quick time out, and we'll be right back with some Lockhart Lions football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Adam & Sons AC and Heating is a locally owned business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices. Whether it's commercial or residential, Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air at
Here we are. Right away, the Lockhart Lions come out. It's going to be an inside run. It'll be a gain of 2 yards.
And first time he didn't gain very much.
And that's that quarterback power, and the whole Kerville Tivey defense unable to bring Ashton Dickens to the ground. Picks up a couple of yards, going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Lions. Ball out just past the 20-yard line at the 22.
Yeah, it'll be 2nd down and 8. As we're underway here in the Adams & Son AC and Heating third quarter. And it's been a back and forth slobber knocker in the first half as the Lions able to score at the end of the first half. Inside handoff to Sean McKinney. He's going to bounce it around to the outside. He's going to be met in the backfield Great job by the Tybee defender, number 27.
And that's going to be a rare loss for McKinney. So go ahead.
Somebody's down for the Tybee, I was just going to say.
So something I noticed on that last play was Tybee giving no room to the Lockhart receivers. So we're giving them cushion to run with their big receivers. But Tybee definitely playing the run. They're playing press coverage up right in the face of all the Lockhart receivers.
They're walking up those outside linebackers and just daring the Lockhart offense to throw the ball.
Yeah, well, and I tell you, you do it enough times, especially with a big receiver, quick receiver like Tay Andrews, eventually you may pay the price. If you're going to press coverage, you better be dang good.
You won't be able to do it all night, I guarantee you.
Right.
And, gentlemen, we're going to go and take a quick timeout as there's an injury timeout on the field, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
If you're looking for drywall and paint work done, look no further than Reyna Drywall and Paint. Owner and operator Robert Reyna is MBE, DBE and Hub certified. Whether it's commercial or residential, metal framing, suspended ceilings, doors, and hardware, Reyna Drywall and Paint is the one to call. You can call Robert Reyna at 512-925-0634 or you can send an email to renaconstruction@sbcglobal.net.
Let Bryan Enterprises Family Entertainment be your one-stop shop for your party entertainment needs. If you're in need of balloon twisters, face painters, or bounce houses, just give them a call at 512-846-3334. If you're looking to rent a mascot costume or to hire a children's performer to appear as a superhero, princess, or one of their 85 other merry mascots, reach out to them. Bryan Enterprises Family Entertainment has been entertaining families in Caldwell County for 2 decades. Bozo the Hozo, the Christian Clown, the first entertainer for the company, has entertained thousands at the Lockhart Chisholm Trail Roundup Parade over the years. Family entertainment and family engagement are 2 phrases that are a part of Bryan Enterprises' core values. Whether it's motivational speaking at school assemblies, or writing children's books, or training personnel to engage fathers in the community, children and families are always at the heart of this organization. To find out more about Bryan Enterprises, feel free to check them out on social media or visit their website at bryant-enterprises.com.
We are back. Of course, coming back off an injury timeout.
And on that last play, Sean McKinney taking a rare loss. Going to put the Lions in a 3rd and long. Not exactly the way you want to start out the second half, but we'll see what the Lions make of it. It looks like the Lions will be in their tight formation. Surprisingly, nobody out to the wide side of the field. We'll see if maybe we see some motion and then maybe a quarterback power even on the 3rd down. There we go.
There we go. All 3 of them are going out there.
Well, and leaving no one on the short side of the field.
That's going to be Blake Herzog, Deontay Jackson, and Daniel Morales. Snap goes back to Dickens, looking to his right side. Throws it out there. Got the receiver wide open, and Daniel Morales picking up the 1st down. And he's going to be brought down at the 39-yard line.
And great job there by Morales to hold on to that football as he took a good hit, and he bounced back up off that turf like he made a rubber.
All that motion by the Lockhart Lion offense did not give Alamo Heights a chance to adjust.
You said Alamo Heights, and I know why you did. It's because those gold helmets. No, I mean, they look pretty dang similar when they're in their away uniforms for sure. Coach, you had an update on a score there while we were off the air just before halftime. What was that last update you had for us?
The one I just told you about a few minutes ago was Hayes and San Marcos are tied at halftime 14-14.
That's a long, long rivalry there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Here we go with quarterback power.
Coming around the near side, Dickens very patient, trying to get around the outside. It picks up a couple of yards.
He's very deceptive when he runs as far as his speed. You know, it looks like, oh, well, they're forcing him out of bounds, but you look up and you realize he picked up 6 yards.
Got those long legs.
Yep, definitely got a stride.
It'll be 2nd down and 4. And I tell you what, big throw and catch from Dickens to Morales. Morales was wide open. Nobody was near him. Inside handoff to Sean McKinney. sidesteps a defender. He'll pick up 1 yard, and that'll make it 3rd down and 3.
Nothing doing there. That was a gaggle of linemen there for McKinney to try to weave through, and it was just a big pile, nowhere to go.
Big 3rd down there.
And very third and very manageable for Ashton Dickens and his offense.
As we see the offensive crew getting their calls from the sideline.
Coach OC Josh Gilbert.
Here we go, 3rd down and 4.
Press coverage again.
Dickens makes the handoff to Sean McKinney, throws it out there.
Great
job as he was going for Joseph Duran. And number 34 was right over the backside of Duran, A.J. Ramirez.
And it looked like he may have been there a step early. The crowd certainly thought so, but no flag on the play. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Lions, and it looks like Coach Mavis and Coach Gilbert are going to elect to.
That was number 34, the free
They're
safety.
going to elect to go for it.
I think he's playing too close to the line of scrimmage. We should burn him deep here.
So crucial down here early in the second half. 4th down and 4 from their own 45-yard line. Hard count.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Look for the hard count. And now they're going to go ahead and run the play. And
Quick
it's
kick.
going to be a quick kick, and that's going to take a bounce at the 25, and it'll
Good
take
roll.
a line
Keep
roll.
rolling. Keep rolling. Keep going.
That ball's going to keep going, and, of course, Deontay Jackson's right there as Morales is waving it on.
4-yard line.
That's number 14, Blake Herzog, was waving it on. So it'll be Tybee ball 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Well, not bad with a let's see, that's going to be a 48-yard quick kick. We'll take it. Man, 48 yards on the quick kick. That is not bad at all.
Update on the score. It's now San Marcos 28, Hayes 28, and LBJ 21, Canyon Lake 21.
You know, that San Marcos Hayes game, those are both old rivals of Lockhart, and you kind of don't want either one of them to win. I hope they tie.
Well, Hayes doesn't like San Marcos, and San Marcos
They
doesn't like
certainly
Hayes.
do not.
Yep. So it's 1st down and 10 at the 5-yard line for the Tybee Antlers. Handoff's going to go around the left side, and Daniel Morales is going to be right there to make the tackle.
Tell you what, Coach, talking about
Ashton Hernandez. I'm sorry, Ashton Hernandez.
talking about that rivalry, that's one where as a referee, when you draw your game for the week and you see you have Hayes, San Marcos, you know you'll have your work cut out for you.
Yes.
That's sitting in the parking lot flipping a coin. Should I go in or should I not?
A little bit of breathing room here for Tybee as they get the ball off their 4-yard line and out just short of the 10.
Yeah, 2nd and 5 as Layton is in shotgun formation. Inside handoff to Mayberry. And he's going to be met by Clayton Foster around his legs. And
Nothing there. 31 helping out on the tackle also.
And Caden Altier Burdett right in there as well.
3rd down.
And Burdett a little slow to get up, but he pops right back up. Tough young man.
That's a tough young man right there, Caden Altier Burdett.
So there's a 3rd down here. This is a big 3rd down for the Lions. Get a stop here and possibly get the ball back on your own end of the field.
3rd down and 4.
Look up top. They got the big receiver isolated again.
Inside handoff to Mayberry, and he's going to pick up positive yardage. Gets past the 1st down marker and brought down by Deontay Jackson.
And great change of direction by Mayberry and jump cut coming back to the right-hand side, pushing the ball all the way out to the 25-yard line and giving them a fresh set of downs. They're going to go quick here.
A quick throw out to the far side, and Ashton Hernandez is going to be right out there after the 5-yard pickup.
Well, and they've tried that play over and over again, and it hadn't netted any more than 5 yards, which that's a big man in Ashton Hernandez over and over again with solid open field tackling. That's so key when we have big receivers like this is making good open field one-on-one tackles.
So 2nd and 5.
Bubble screen again.
Bubble screen, and that's going to be picked up. And you've seen it once, you've seen it twice, you see it 20 times. And Ashton Hernandez like, you keep throwing it, and I'm going to keep seeing it.
Eventually that corner's going to step up and pick that off.
I thought you were going to give us the old George Bush there. You fool me once, you're not going to fool me again. And Ashton Hernandez was not fooled. So the 2nd and 6 turns into a 3rd and 7 after a loss of a yard on that one. Another crucial 3rd down for this Lions defense.
You can hear that Lion roaring, the Lion crowd roaring down there in the stands. And they're going to fake the bubble screen. They're going to try and throw it deep. And that's going to be in and out of the hands of the tender receiver.
And great defense there by Josh Ramos. He did not bite on the fake. Now, we talked about that. You see it again and again and again. Great play there where
he faked it, and threw it deep.
He faked it. He jumped up like they were throwing the bubble screen like it had gone over his head, and then they heaved it deep. That's going to bring up 4th down, and their punter's going to be back out onto the field. That's number 17, Stephen Grokey. He'll be kicking it off to Sean McKinney, who's back deep for the Lions. Last time they had a punt, the Lions roughed the kicker. This time they'll set up the return.
And this one's going to be a high kick with some backspin on it. It's going to take a bounce at the 49-yard line and roll all the way back into Tivy territory where the Lockhart Lions going to have the ball first down and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And so the Lions are going to pick up right where they left off here in the Adam & Sons heating 3rd quarter. We've got 5 minutes, 56 seconds left to go. The score is 23-21. Your Lockhart Lions on top. Lockhart's going to get the ball. It's going to be at the 42-yard line.
2 scores update here. Quail 35, LaGrange 7, halftime. Del Valle 42, Aikens 14, halftime.
I'll tell you what, Cuero's got a tough team they're playing tonight, as we saw LaGrange come in here and give us a really hard time with that explosive offense of theirs.
He's got time. Oh,
just a bit overthrown.
Looks like he was going for a deep post pattern to Deontay Jackson. And we saw these two connect earlier on a 95-yard drive, which ended in a Ashton Jenkins touchdown run.
All right, Sarge, you're going to get it. You're mixing his last name up between Jennings and Dickens. I got told about it last week.
So I added both of them, Jenkins.
You mixed them together. That's what Alexis told me. She said, we can do Jennings or we can do Dickens, but we can't do Jenkins.
All right, inside handoff to Sean McKinney.
Not much there.
He kind of stumbled coming out of the blocks.
You know, early in the year in our first 2 games, McKinney had some trouble with keeping his feet as he took off. You know, he's an explosive player.
That turf, that grass was too high for him.
Yeah, and he said, we talked about it. He said he needs some longer cleats.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Lions. And, of course, no hurry from the Lockhart Lions coaching staff. As we're about 5:17 left to go here in the A1 Adam & Sons AC and Heating.
They're bringing the house.
Dickens
Somebody ought to be open.
Right,
overthrows him.
He was looking to throw to his receiver who had him wide open, but threw it down a little bit overthrown his intended receiver.
Well, they brought 7 on the rush. Somebody should have been open. Looked like it was probably Blake Herzog on the close side of the field that was left
probably
open.
Be declined. They should decline it.
Oh. Looks like they will decline it.
But I'm pretty sure they're going to go for it on 4th down here.
Well, they did last time.
So why not push them back? No, it looks like they are going to decline it.
Yeah, because they've set up 4th down.
So here we go. The punting team is not out there.
And last time in this situation, we saw the quick kick. I don't think that's coming this time. If it is, he's awfully close to the line.
Oh, almost jumped and got him to jump.
I guess they're trying to get the hard count out there and get a catch Tivy.
He backs up into quick kick depth.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's going to be a high pooch kick. It's going to bounce in front of a Tivy defender. As it's finally going to roll and finally brought down by number 14.
Well, that'll bring
Blake
his
Herzog.
punting average down just a little bit, but hey, he boomed the first one.
Yeah.
All right, Lockhart defense back on the field after both teams exchanging series. Neither team really able to get the ball moving much more than a few yards at their try. So this will be the second opportunity of the second half for Kerville Tivy Antlers.
Sarge, I'd like to give a shout out to Rebecca Waldron, Margaret Hernandez, and Johnny Leja. Way to go, Johnny man.
All right, Lane's going to get the snap. Inside handoff to Mayberry. And I tell you what, Clayton Foster has been plugging up that center
doing a good job.
I tell you what, he's coming on stronger and stronger as we get later into this game. Really starting to make his presence felt in the center of that line.
It's been a real big battle between Clayton Foster and the center for the Antlers as they've been going at it all night long, and Foster's been getting the better of him
and
lately.
That big number 77 also.
And that center for them is number 65, Palestrant, who was one of their captains at the opening coin toss.
Yeah, quick throw out here to the near side, breaking through a couple of arm tacklers. Number 10 all the way down the sideline. Got nobody behind him.
And he's going to
go.
go.
They will not catch him into the end zone for a Tivy touchdown. And that's number 10, Fisher Middleton. And there's a penalty. Is there a penalty flag down here?
No penalty. Well, clean play, great miss. Great move to cause a missed tackle there by number 10 as he put the brakes on and a Lockhart Lion went flying past him.
Got his player injured. That's why you heard the whistle. So.
Okay.
Man, probably just a stinger.
Yeah, he's coming off the sideline. Well, coming off the sideline underneath his own power, so that's always good. As Tivy Adler is going to be setting up to kick the extra point. It's going to be number 17, Stephen Grocky, the senior.
And just like that, the Antlers strike back, pinning the extra point. It'll be 28-23. Tivy blocked a Lockhart extra point in the first half.
Snap is back, hold it down, the kick is up, and it is good. So after that, the Kerville Tivy Antlers lead 28-23 with 4:11 left to go in the Adam & Sons AC and Heating third quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Own business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices. Whether it's commercial or residential, Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air@yahoo.com. Mention you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast and get 10% off your service call.
All right, we are set to have the Antlers kick off to the Lockhart Lions, and want to do a shout out to the concession stands that are run by a couple booster clubs here in Lockhart. The visitor concession stand is run by the Band Boosters. If you're listening from the stadium, go over there and check them out. A lot of nights they'll have chopped beef over there. And the home side concession stand, of course, run by the Athletic Boosters. They've got a tent set up here by the entrance. Go check them out. Get all your Lockhart Lions gear as the kick is off, and it's a deep one going to be to Jackson. He's going to field it around the 5-yard line. Coming back across the wide side of the field. He's got some room. He's out to the 30. Turns the corner. Kicker's going to push him out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Second return by Deontay Jackson of 40-plus yards. Great job by the young man bringing it out.
Exactly what we needed, Thomas. Exactly what we needed. Kicker being a good athlete that was in position to make the push out of bounds.
Well, and he's been there a couple times, as that's the second touchdown saving tackle that he's made for his team. Both of them on Jackson, both of them around the 45-yard line. So with that, the Lockhart offense will set up. Ball's at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, very impressive return from Jackson. As Ashton gets the snap, rolls around to his right side. And he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield.
Not much there at all.
Well, it looks like he'll get right back to the line of scrimmage.
And as far as a rushing play, that's the first time we've seen Dickens held another. He was sacked earlier for a loss, but that was pass play. Very rarely do you see him not get something out of a run.
I think we're going back to having to probably have a spy on him now.
Yep. Well, if I'm the coach and I've stalemated out a few drives, I'm looking for something new on this drive, some kind of spark to get my team going.
Dickens throws out to his receiver, and that one's going to be incomplete.
Just in and out of the hands of Morales as he tried to make a diving catch. Good defense by number 33 there. That's going to be Joe Montanez for Tivy. He's been out there covering Morales all night. So that's going to bring up another third down for Lockhart. We'll see what Coach Gilbert's got up his sleeve.
Yeah, third down and 10. Lions trail by 6, or by 5, excuse me, as
and
Dickens
you're right,
rolls
they
around.
spied him.
And Dickens puts his shoulder down, and he'll pick up 9 yards.
And you were absolutely correct. As you said, it looks like they'll be spying him. They've got Wiley Flores, number 20, the linebacker. They've got him mirroring everything that Dickens does.
4th and 1.
And he was right there to help.
So 4th and 1 coming up. Lockhart Lions will be going for it. Want to see if they're going to try and do a hard snap or hard count.
And they did try the hard count. Defense didn't move. Looks like he'll go under center for this one. Quick hike and a push forward, and he's going to have the first
he'll
down.
get the first down on the quarterback sneak.
That's the old school quarterback sneak right there. I love it. Put him under center, have the running back get behind him and give him a little push.
Yeah. A play like that's not even in the playbook. You just go up there, take the snap, and just run forward.
Well, I call that the old Matt Leinart, where Reggie Bush pushed him into the end zone, because that's pretty much what you do. You're actually not allowed to push a player, but rarely ever called.
So Lockhart Lions will have a fresh set of downs with 2:25 left to go here in the Adam & Sons AC and Heating third quarter.
That's the first down of the second half for Lockhart. As McKinney swallowed up in the backfield, just going to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
So that was the first conversion, first down of the second half for the Lions. They've had quite a few attempts. So the Kerville Tivy defense stiffening it up a little bit. Here as we come into the second half, obviously they've made their adjustments as well.
And once again, I want to give a shout out to the fine folks at the Lounge Sports Bar for showcasing tonight's Lockhart Lion football game and having a watch party there tonight.
Lockhart with their big formation. Going to be quarterback power.
Draw.
Going around the right side, coming around from the backside with the tackle, and Ashton Dickens going to pick up 2 yards.
A couple yards.
Lockhart all of a sudden looking like the Lockhart of old, bringing everyone in tight with a tight end set. 2 running backs and running quarterback power to the right, only picking up a couple.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. As the clock continues to wind down.
Lockhart 0 for 3 on 3rd downs here in the second half.
And a counter play to Sean McKinney. Side
Oh, he
step. Fumbled the ball, but it looked like he made a recovery his own fumble.
He fell on it. Luckily for him, he landed right on the football.
And Lockhart improves their number to 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions in the second half.
They're definitely getting the first downs the hard way.
They are. They're earning the yards. Tybee's playing tough defense. I just wonder, they continue to press and be up close in the face of our receivers. You think at some point Tay Andrews is going to get open and we'll see a deep ball to him. We've taken a couple shots.
We're going to hand off to McKinney going around the right side.
Not much there at all.
And again, that's a result of those secondary players being right up on those receivers at the beginning and ready to respond to the run.
That's 2nd and 12.
And we did see the beautiful play action play earlier, that play action then gets thrown back to the far side to McKinney. That worked well for him early on, or late in the first half there.
And we're underneath 15 seconds left to go in a fast-moving
Third
third quarter, and they're going to go and let the clock run down.
And if we could stay here for a minute, I want to get the coach's input. So, Coach, when you see a team doing what we see Tybee doing, which is pretty much selling out to the run, and then obviously they've stopped us a few times on the run, at what point, when do you start thinking play, action, pass?
Yeah, they're going to have to throw the ball to get those guys to back off a little bit, and that'll loosen up the defense to get back to running the football. But, yeah, they're going to have to throw the ball, even especially if it's play action.
And Lockhart trailing as we go into the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter. Lockhart trailing Kerville Tivy 23-28. We got a 5-point ball game and 12 minutes on the clock for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and after a big throwing punches left and right offensively tonight, this second half has been defensively.
Yeah.
And, of course, Kerville Tivy with a huge touchdown run or throw and catch and run to put 7 points up in the third quarter.
Sarge, real quick, I'd like to wish good luck to the Little Lions. They play tomorrow. The junior team will play at 10:15. The seniors play at 1:45. The Pee-wees play at 10:05. Flag White plays at 9 o'clock, and Flag Maroon plays at 12:40. Good luck, guys. Go Little Lions. Come back with a win.
And a quick district roundup in District 15, 5A, Division 2. At Medina Valley is Bernie Champion 10, Medina Valley 0. at Alamo Heights. It is Alamo Heights 36, Floresville Tigers 14. And here at Lions Stadium is the Tybee Antlers 28, Lockhart Lions 23 as we head into the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter for the first play of the fourth quarter. As Lockhart Lions have second down and 12, trailing by 5. Fakes the handoff to Sean McKinney. Throw back, and they had a defender all over the back of Deontay Jackson.
Yeah, you can't pass interfere behind the line of scrimmage. There's no pass interference unless he's past the line of scrimmage, and he was not.
Unless he calls defensive holding. But you hardly ever see it.
Yeah, well, that's what the fans are calling for pass interference there, because he did. I mean, he tackled him before the ball got there, but when he's behind the line of scrimmage, that's a perfectly legal play.
That was just good defense on their part.
Yep, so now another third and long for the Lions as we've struggled to convert here in the second half. Looks like he'll be taking a shot to Tay Andrews down the right side.
And
Andrews got
with
it.
A beautiful catch inside the 1 yard line.
Double cover, too.
Yeah, he kind of made it happen there. He saw the ball coming, made an adjustment to it, came back for it, and made a great catch as we see the confetti flies once again from the student section. Loving it.
And that's the second reception for Tay Andrews, and the second one is just as big as the first one. As the Lions are in striking distance at the 1 yard line.
You know, they got to work out for that kid that brought the confetti where the wind is just right, where he can get it all the way out there.
Inside quarterback sneak, and Ashton Dickens will get his second touchdown of the game. And that'll give the Lions the lead once again.
And the Lions go old school to take the lead back from the Tybee Antlers.
With 11:24 left to go in the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter. It is Lockhart 29, Kerville 28 as we await the extra point. And it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field.
Yeah, want to make it a 3-point ball game here. That way a field goal can only tie it up. It can't beat you, especially with as slow as it's been or as it was in the third quarter.
Well,
the shift going across as Tay Andrews is lined up in the tight end position. Deontay Jackson in motion coming across.
Oh, beautiful play. Beautiful play.
Overthrow his intended receiver, Tay Andrews, with a 2-point conversion is no good.
Wonderfully designed play there to bring everything to the right and then take Tay Andrews back out left after all that motion we had. Just a great design play, but couldn't quite execute there for the Lions. Going to leave it a 1-point ball game.
11:24 left to go in the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter. Lockhart Lions 29, Kerville Tybee 28.
I'll tell you, if you had fingernails before the game, you won't have any left here at the end.
And this is, I'm sure, with the ball game we were kind of expected.
Well, and I tell you, I guarantee you this is where Kerville Tybee wanted it to be. Keep the game close, playing an away game. So if you're Lockhart, you cannot take your foot off the gas here. We got to get out there, get a stop, and get a few more points on the board and stretch this thing out to a 2-possession game.
And this could be one of those games, gentlemen, to where the last team that has the ball just might come out on top.
I hate those games.
Oh, yeah. Of course,
really
Scott Smith, who was a play-by-play guy for the Lion Country Broadcast Network, texted me earlier and says, we're beating Tybee tonight 38-17. Said, you heard it first, and well, it looks like we're both going to be wrong because I told him Lockhart was going to win 67-28.
Hey, but we'll take the 38 or the 67 either way as long as we end up with more points on the board with them as Ocampo sets up to kick it off. 3 deep men.
Did we see an onside kick here?
You know, it makes sense that the way they do the pooch kick when
that
have
one's going to be fair
3 men back.
That's going to be fair caught at the 34-yard line.
You can see the design of that play because Jackson is almost there each time when they catch it, and Tybee kind of old school puts 3 men all the way back like on the 5-yard line, which creates some pretty big gaps in the middle. So there's a reason you see that that pooch kick that I hate.
But I tell you what I like this. The Lockhart Lions defense is out there, and they're ready, chomping at the bit. And it's Derek Rivas, Clayton Foster, and Caden Altier Burdette have done a great job on the line.
It's a big drive for Tybee.
Then you got Jared Haug and Haseo Batres on the outside. They've done a great job as well also for the Lockhart Lions defensively. And this one's going to be handoff to Mayberry going around the far side, and he's going to be brought down by Josh Ramos.
Number 56 also.
Great push there by the Kerville offensive line. You noticed that by the time he had the ball, there was 8 yards between him and his offensive line because they had pushed downfield. Now, we've seen that Lockhart defensive line, especially in interior, make some big plays here in the second half. We'll see if they can continue to do the same.
It's going to be second down and 6. Man in motion for the Antlers. Another inside handoff to Mayberry, and he's going to be met a little bit past the line of scrimmage.
It's still going.
It's still going, pumping his feet, and picks up the big first down on the huge second and third and fourth effort. And he's finally going to be brought down by Josh Flores.
You know, the whole team was in on the tackle, so do you give him 11 broken tackles on that play? Because, man, he did. He came out of that pile and drove those legs till he picked up first down.
A hurry-up offense for the Tivy Antlers. Once again, inside handoff to Mayberry. He breaks through the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be brought down by Hasiel Batres as Batres bulldogs him down to the turf, all the way down to the 36-yard line, where it'll be another first down and 10 for the Antlers.
And we hadn't called Batres' name too many times tonight, but that's mostly because he's been busy locking his man down. And Batres creeping up on the line this time. Looks like Lockhart's going to bring the pressure.
Quick throw out here, and the receiver fell down, and Ashton Hernandez was right there. And luckily for the Antlers, that ball was thrown on the outside portion of the receiver. Had that been on the inside, we'd been calling Ashton Hernandez till he got to Luland.
Well, and
touchdown.
Lockhart brought pressure from both safeties on both sides that time. Definitely wasn't going to have time for anything other than that throw.
Inside handoff to the running back, and he's going to shake through an arm tackler before he's finally brought down in the secondary by number 24.
And that's number
Christian
42
Amos.
getting his first carry of the game for Tivy. That is going to be Logan Edmonds, junior running back, coming into the game, putting in some work.
No huddle again.
Yep, just like Coach told us early on, he said if Tivy gets a first down, they will go no huddle every time.
42 with the carry going around the left side, and Batres with the tackle inside the 10. Or it'll be first down and go from the 5-yard line.
And the third string running back for Tivy, Edmonds, coming in and making his presence felt immediately, taking advantage of the opportunities he's given. Tivy knocking on the door.
Second time number 66 is involved in something for Tivy.
And that's their center,
That's
big
their
number
center.
66. It's Jesse Vasquez.
Inside handoff to number 42. He's going to bounce around to the outside and get into the end zone for a Tivy touchdown.
Where'd this kid come from? We ain't seen him all night, and he comes in here and starts slashing and gashing. Tivy
They started
scored
using
6
some
points.
of those fresh running backs.
Yeah.
The good strategy on their part. And he did a great job of finding the open area, looking for the hole.
He sure did. Oh, there's
And
a lot of men out there on the field for Tivy.
And with that, the Antlers retake the lead 34-29 as we await the extra point try.
And it looks like they got it right.
And it looks like the Antlers are going to be going for 2 to try and make this a 6-point game.
They've got 10
Or
seconds
a
on the play
7-point game,
clock.
excuse me.
Down to 8. They're still not set.
Finally get the snap away. As Lane tries to run around, he's going to come back, and he'll get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion will be good on a busted play.
So it's a 6-point game, or rather a 7-point game. So Lockhart can only tie it now with a touchdown. So gosh dang it, Sarge, you had to say it.
Yeah.
It comes down to who has the ball last. We certainly could be looking at that kind of situation.
And we're going to go and take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
The golden age of recruiting is now. Welcome to Recon Athlete.
And we are back here as the Kerrville Tivy Antlers strike back and retake the lead 36-29 over the Lockhart Lions. I tell you what, TD and Coach, after both teams scored 14 unanswered for Kerrville, and Lockhart came back with 20 unanswered. it's been back and forth since then. And I tell you what, a slobber knocker is what we got on our hands right now as the Antlers look to kick the ball off. And they're going to be kicking it deep, and that looks like it's going to go over the head of Sean McKinney into the end zone, where it'll be a touchback, and the Lockhart Lions will take the ball at the 25-yard line, first down and 10.
I wouldn't kick it to Jackson anymore either if I was them. It's like Jaws, he gets back there, you hear that theme song playing, and eventually he's going to bite you. He's going to get a kickoff return for a touchdown this year. I know it will happen.
Hopefully, might be tonight.
We may need it. We may need it if it's that last man that touches the ball. So Lockhart's setting up on the 25-yard line. Going to have 75 yards to go if they want to tie this game up with 9 minutes and 37 seconds left in the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter.
Snap goes to Dick, and inside handoff to Sean McKinney. McKinney with some open room to run. Passes midfield to the 40, 430, 20, and he's finally brought down from behind. But a huge run from McKinney. No flags in the backfield. So that play will stand.
So that's going to put McKinney well over 100 yards for tonight, as he's got 100 on 2 carries, one in the first half and one there, both over 50 yards. So he's going to be well over 100 for
Watching
the
the
night.
replay, there was a huge hole there for him to run to.
Great job by the front line creating that hole as McKinney was able to get through it and gets all the way down to the 20-yard line.
And that was the right side of that offensive line for Lockhart. We'll get you a few numbers here in a moment after this play.
Got to score here. Got to score here.
Dickens with the quarterback keeper going around
And
the right
he's gonna-
side. Stiffs arm a defender into the end zone all by himself. Ashton Dickens, Lockhart line touchdown.
Well, Coach, I think he heard you. He said we got to score here, and Ashton Dickens did just that. And we've switched from confetti to the baby powder coming from the student section.
I just hope we didn't score too fast.
Well, there's 9 minutes left. The way this game's going now, we may see 5 more touchdowns.
It was a very quiet third quarter, and this fourth quarter starting off with a bang.
They were saving it.
Yeah.
It's like a delayed fuse.
So here we go. The Cannon coming in with the extra point try and tie things up. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. It was almost blocked, and it is good. And with that, it is Kerville 36, Lockhart Lions 36. Last time the game was tied was at kickoff time when it was 0-0. And here we are with 9:02 left to go in the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter, and we're tied up once again at 36 apiece. And gentlemen, I'm about to tie my shoelaces a little bit tighter.
Tell you what, strap
it
them
in
on for sure,
Yes.
because we are in for a nail biter here, folks, as both these teams seem to be almost scoring at will. It's going to come down to, can one of these defenses turn the other one away? Last 4 touches, last 4 series for both teams have resulted in touchdowns. So either something's got to give at some point. One of these defenses is going to stiffen up. Hardly any time taken off the time for that drive. A total of 47 seconds or 45 seconds between McKinney's run and then Dickens' touchdown run. Lockhart with 75 rushing yards, adding to their stats on that drive. And Ocampo's going to get ready to kick it off. And maybe we'll see. Maybe one of those pooch kicks, Jackson's going to get there and catch it.
See Jackson lined up here on the near side of us.
There's such a big gap in between the 2 back lines for Tivy. See if we can land it in between them.
And here comes Ocampo to step up to it, and it's going to be another high pooch kick. And once again, Jackson's almost going to get there. It's going to be a fair catch at the 31, where the Antlers are going to take position. Once again, with 9:02 left to go here in the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter. And gentlemen, what a game.
Yes.
What a game.
Definitely getting your money's worth.
Yeah, if you need some blood pressure medication. All right, Kerville comes out onto the field. They're taking over on their 31-yard line. They scored last time, bringing in a new running back, number 42, into the game.
Man in motion, inside handoff to Mayberry, and
wow,
he's going to break through an arm tackle.
Still going.
Still going, and finally brought down by Caden Altier Burdett running down the
Well, I'll
the
tell you
field.
what, we're going to have to get Josh Ramos some milk after that one, because he got steamrolled by the Tivy running back on that play. Luckily, he bounces up. He took a big hit from the running back. That's not supposed to go that way.
An inside handoff to number 42, and
Good
coming
tackle.
in is going to be
Great.
number 24, Tristan almost breaking right through the line of scrimmage and coming up with a big tackle.
He makes a big play when his team surely needs it. Going to be 2nd down and 10 for Tivy, ball on the 43-yard line.
And I want to remind everybody at the end of the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter, we're going to have your Recon Athlete postgame show. We're going to have your Recon Athlete offense and defensive players of the game, so you're going to want to stay tuned. But right now, we got a whole football game left here in the fourth quarter. Quick throw out here to the near side of number 14. Great double move. Great pass and catch and run into the end zone for another Antler touchdown.
Double move by the receiver, double pump fake by the quarterback, and they bite on it. And Jackson Johnson able to get out in front of the defense and kind of jog and just kind of wait for that ball to get to him, and then catches it and walks in for an easy 7 points.
Well, we talked about the Lockhart Lions needed to come up with a big stop. Tivy Antlers having none of that, and a big touchdown pass.
And we got a shootout here, folks. Again, another drive, less than a minute came off the clock on that drive. So at that pace that we've seen, we've got about 8 more touchdowns to be scored here in the fourth quarter.
And here comes for the extra point try. Snap is back to hold it down. The kick is up, and it is good. And it is now Kerville Tivy 43, Lockhart Lions 36 with 8 minutes left to go here in the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter. All that the drive took 1 minute and 2 seconds for Kerville Tivy to retake the lead.
I think that's the most points that Kerville Tivy offense has scored this year.
And want to give another shout out to the watch party down there at the lounge. Everybody, thanks for tuning in, and I know you guys are sitting on pins and needles down there.
And also want to give a shout out to El Leon Cigar Company. They're showcasing the game tonight there, right there at State Park Road at the State Park Plaza. I want to give them a big shout out for supporting Lockhart Lions Sports here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
And I got a plug here. So we're playing the Kerville Tivy Antlers. And you know what, folks? Deer season started last week. If you're a hunter out there and you get a deer here in Caldwell County, look up on Facebook, Westwood Wild Game. Wild Game Processing, they've got all the good stuff you want. They got snack sticks, summer sausage. They've got a new smoked rib sausage, Sarge, that I'll have to get us some next week to have up here in the booth. It is absolutely amazing. So check them out, all you hunters out there. If you get your big deer this year, go see Jim Hughes at Westwood Wild Game. As Jim Hughes is my personal QC for the broadcast, always lets me know how we're doing. He'll be ready to take your animals in any weekend during season.
And here we go as the Antlers going to be set to kick the ball off to the Lockhart Lions. And this one's going to be a short pooch kick. They're not going to give anybody a chance, and that one's going to be going out of bounds. I'm surprised
that was an onside kick.
I
mean, it was a pooch, but that was definitely intended to be an onside kick, and they almost got it. So great job. Glad it went out of bounds.
Yeah, that Lockhart Lion fans are like wiping their eyebrows like, whoo, on that one.
Well, and I get it, too, because at this point in a game like this, all of a sudden field position doesn't matter anymore because no matter where you get the ball, each offense has seemed to be able to score from anywhere on the field. So why not go for it? I kind of thought about that the last time the Lions were kicking off. So the Lions are going to take over on the 41-yard line. They'll have that'll be 59 yards to go. The score is 36-43. We've got 8 minutes left to go in the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter as Ashton Dickens brings his offense back out onto the field yet again. Lockhart picking up 75 yards of rushing on their last set of downs and a touchdown from Dickens.
And handoff to Sean McKinney. He's going to get through the line of scrimmage once again. Crosses midfield, picks up a first down all the way down to the 46-yard line in Tivy territory.
And credit the Zebra was saving about 40 yards there because there was nothing in between McKinney and the goal line but the Zebra, and he cut to miss him, and that allowed Tivy time to catch up.
I tell you what, the A-Train and Nick Cifuentes here on the right side created a huge hole for Sean McKinney to get through there.
I think Sean should have just ran through the referee. I mean, they are part of the field. First down Lions, ball on the 46-yard line.
And this time they fake the handoff to Sean McKinney. Throws out there to Tay Andrews, who makes a sweet diving catch at the 39-yard line. And that'll bring up second down and 3.
Great pickup of 8 yards by Tay Andrews, really extending out to get that ball. Lost his towel Had to pick that back up.
Lockhart's doing a good job of running both the throwing to the pass and running the ball. Good balance there.
You know, that was a design play, and it took so long to develop. But once, you know, it did, and it was there. But, man, it takes a lot of patience as a young quarterback to just kind of hang in there, chopping your feet, waiting for that play to develop.
Quarterback keeper going around the left side. The patience of Dickens gets around the edge, and he'll pick up about 6 yards before he gets ran out of bounds, make that 5. And a big first down for the Lockhart Lions.
Tell you what,
Tivy defense is looking a little bit tired out there.
Tell you what, that kid's got roots coming out of his feet because he is hard to get down on the ground as one of the Tivy players just slung around a circle. It had a good hold of him, but he is definitely well attached to the ground and hard to bring down.
You know, and we got this young man for 2.5 more years, too. So first down and 10 for the Lions. Inside handoff to McKinney as he bounces it out to the outside before bringing it back to the middle. And he'll pick up a nice run all the way down to the 16-yard line. And it'll be another first down for the Lions.
They got to move that field, Judge. That's twice now. He's cost McKinney about 10 rushing yards. Lockhart marching down the field once again. God, what an up-and-down game we've had. You know, we had an exciting – you know, the game started off Tivy scoring 2 touchdowns. Lockhart went down quick. We thought it could have gotten ugly, and then all of a sudden Lockhart came back, evened up the game, went into the half leading 23-20. Then we had a third quarter of essentially stalemate.
Yeah.
Now that we're into the fourth quarter, these teams can't do nothing but score.
And let's hope the Lockhart Lions are going to be able to put 6 more on the board as inside they're going to give the ball to McKinney. Inside handoff, try to bounce it around to the outside, thought twice, and took it back up the middle.
Did you see him, Coach? Did you see him kind of just stop and squat and kind of wait for something to open up? Beautiful patience and running to pick up the couple yards that he did by McKinney.
It's second down and 7 after the 3-yard run by McKinney.
That's one that they're going to look at on film, and there'll be a lot of noise in the film room when they watch that play. McKinney just kind of ducking down behind the line for a few seconds.
Trying to play peekaboo with the defense.
A whole fumble-rooski.
All right, second down and 7. As we only need 6 minutes left to go. Dickens with the snap going around the right side. Cuts it upfield. Hits out into the open. Stiffs arm a defender. Into the end zone for another Lockhart line. Touchdown.
I see a lot of Kerville defenders just standing around. I think they're getting tired. Well, I'm sure they got tired on that drive.
And just like that, the Lockhart Lions are within 1 point. An extra point try.
And that drive taking a little more time off the clock, as that one's going to be 2.5 minutes that comes off the clock on that drive. It's going to be 5 minutes, 27 seconds left here in the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter.
As a Cannon comes in to kick the extra point, snap is back to hold us down. The kick is up and almost blocked once again. And it's right through the uprights, and we are tied once again at 43. We're going to take a quick break to catch our breath, and we'll be right back with some more action here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
The Lounge Sports Bar, located at 211 East Market Street, just off of downtown Lockhart. The right place to have a great time with friends and enjoy the game on our big screen TVs. We have a large bar lounge, allowing for many people to crowd around and cheer on your favorite team. The Lounge Sports Bar, open 7 days a week starting at 11 a.m. The best place in Lockhart to enjoy cold beverages and watch live sports. So make the Lounge Sports Bar your favorite destination for sports and drinks.
Back here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast with 5:27 left to go in the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter. And gentlemen, during the break, we're talking about, do we want this game to go to overtime? And I say no. What it's going to come down to is the defense that's going to make the stop to give the ball back to their offense. And, of course, Lockhart's going to have that opportunity here as Omar Ocampo is going to be ready to kick the ball deep after another Ashton Dickens touchdown run to tie the game after the Joseph Suarez field goal attempt. This one's going to be another high pooch kick. Almost bobbled as Jackson ran right past him.
Oh, my goodness.
Jackson had an opportunity to catch it out the air.
Well, and that's the thing, too. You just, once the guy calls fair catch, you have to give him that cushion. Yeah. And, you know, I guess with the rule, if he doesn't secure it immediately, then he's open game. Huh, Coach?
Yes.
That's an interesting rule. You just don't see coming to play too often.
Did you hear the gas when the people in the stands?
Yeah.
Well, I think it was also me. I did the same thing. That's what you call a collective gasp right there. All right, so Tyvee's going to have the ball. Looks like there's some discussion.
Because they're trying to get it to where the ball went out of bounds, and it's supposed to be where he touched the
Well,
ball
and
at.
it's also possible that he may have stepped out of bounds while he was trying to grab the ball, which if he did, I think that is a penalty. If he went out on his own, then was the first person to touch it again. So I think that may be what they're discussing. Yep, they're going to go over to Coach Mavis. I think that's what it may be. I think he may have gotten that foot out of bounds as he was trying to secure it.
Yeah.
And then as he came back in and grabbed it, that would make him the first person to touch it.
And I tell you what, these stands are full of Lockhart Lion fans, and we got a good group out there on the Kerville Tivy side.
See the referee going all the way across the field now to talk to the Tivy coach.
Yeah, not a bad crowd for Kerville Tivy. That was a long drive for them.
Oh, it is. I went there last night for the junior varsity game, and I tell you what, I left on Tuesday, and I got there just in time to set up.
For the kickoff.
Yeah, for the kickoff, yeah.
All right, so there's going to be no penalty on the play. The ball's going to be at the 35-yard line. So instead of giving it to him where it went out, they gave it to him at the fair catch spot.
And the quarterback's going to get the snap, hands off to Mayberry going around the right side, and he'll be dropped after picking up 5.
And that's actually Fisher. Middleton, and he scored earlier for us. And then we're also familiar. He's another name that we've been hearing for a little while. He's a senior running back.
2nd down and 5.
Here comes the pressure off the edge from Batras.
Oh, no. It's going to get right past, and that's Mayberry breaking out into the open, and he's finally going to be brought down by Josh Flores.
And Batras just missed Mayberry's legs in the background, but then once Mayberry broke through the line, he was right into the area of the field where Batras vacated, giving him a lot of green.
So 1st down and 10 for the Antlers at the 35-yard line. We're just underneath 5 minutes left to go here in the active jiu-jitsu 4th quarter.
Jackson Johnson's been pretty quiet other than the one touchdown catch.
Hand off to Fisher going around the right side. And he's going to be stood up after picking up 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
It'd be great if you get a turnover here.
And that's one thing that we have not had all night tonight is a turnover. I wanted to say it while Lockhart had the ball, but I didn't want to jinx them. So I'll say when the Tivy Antlers have the ball, not one turnover has been made all day long. Inside handoff, and the running back going to bounce around to the outside. Great open field tackle by Haseo Batras.
I tell you what, the Tivy Antlers have an uncanny ability to seal that edge off. Now, also, Lockhart only comes with 3 down linemen, but they do roll the linebackers up on the edges for containment. But just a great job on the last few series by Tivy just to seal off that edge, and their running backs adjust to it every time.
Yeah, 3rd down and 1 for the Antlers. Inside handoff to the running back. He's going to get to the line of scrimmage and maybe picked up enough for the 1st down inside the 24-yard line, where the Antlers will have the 1st down with 3:37 left to go here in the 4th quarter.
And I believe the Antlers may slow the pace down here. We'll see. If I was them, I certainly would with how the Lockhart offense has been going. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. 20 seconds on the play clock. They snap it.
Mayberry gets the handoff going around the right side, and he's going to be brought down by Daniel Flores.
Good tackle on their 12.
That'll be a 6-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
Well, I tell you what, Sarge, I think I've sat long enough. I think I'm going to have to finish this game on my feet, as a lot of the Lockhart crowd is also on their feet here at the end of the game.
Yeah, I might just have to join you here in a second if I keep hitting this switch on this chair that drops me down. And the crowd is getting loud, and inside handoff to Mayberry, and he's going to be brought. He's going to stay up.
I'm telling you, every time you think this kid is tackled, he just comes out of it and gets more yards.
And he's finally going to be brought down 1 yard shy of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Well, and we know they're in 2-down territory here.
Going back to what you tell them on defense, don't stop to the whistle blows.
So here we go, 3rd down and 1. Ball is at the 15-yard line in line territory. The clock is winding down. Looks like Tivy has slowed things down just a little bit. Inside handoff to Mayberry. He's going to pick up the 1st down. as he holds on to the football with both hands. And number 24 comes up with the stop, Tristan Amos. And that'll be a first down for the Antlers.
And that's going to take the clock down to 2 minutes. Referee signaling for them to run the clock.
And there's going to be a timeout called by the Lockhart Lions with 1:55 left to go. And we'll take a quick timeout too. And you're watching Lockhart Lions football right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Lockhart's Daily Grind is located at 1408 South Main Street in Lockhart, Texas. Or visit our other location, Kyle's Daily Grind, at 607 West Center Street in Kyle, Texas. We proudly provide a quality cup of coffee organically grown from Honduras and amazing customer service with each visit. Sign up for our loyalty program that's redeemable at either location. Earn a point for every dollar spent to redeem discounts on future orders. Order online at Lockhart'sDailyGrind.com or KylesDailyGrind.com to stay ahead of your busy schedule. Let us cater your next event with hot and cold brewed coffee, lemonade, muffins, and more. Reach out at Lockhart'sDailyGrind@gmail.com. Lockhart's Daily Grind, 1408 South Main Street in Lockhart, or Kyle's Daily Grind at 607 West Center Street in Kyle.
And we are back here after the Lockhart Line timeout, and things are starting to heat up. We're at 1:55 left to go here in the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter and in the ball game, as we are tied up 43 apiece. Tybee has the ball first down and 10 at the 11-yard line. And it's going to be an inside handoff to the running back, and he's going to be swung down. Mayberry's going to pick up about 4 yards.
And Tybee happy to just run the ball and run the clock as they pick up 4 yards. Both teams still have two timeouts remaining.
It'll be second down and 6 as the clock continues to wind down. Lockhart Lions needing to come up with a big stop or a big turnover. Inside handoff to Mayberry once again. He's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Tybee Antlers will retake the lead with 1:20 left to go.
Well, and I'll tell you, while we don't want them to be in the lead, I'm glad they did it, and we have 1 minute and 20 seconds left. I was quite worried there that they were going to run it down to within 15 seconds or so before they scored. And honestly, if I was the Tybee coach, that's exactly what I would have done. I'd have told my quarterback, watch that play clock, snap it at 2.
And here we go, the extra point try. Snap is back, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. And it is now Kerville Tybee 50, Lockhart Lions 43 with 1:20 left to go in the active jiu-jitsu fourth quarter. We're going to go and keep it right here. And
we ain't going nowhere.
We talked about it earlier, TD, and I want to say it was off air. We talked about that blocked field goal that Lockhart had earlier in the second quarter.
It was a blocked extra point.
Yeah, blocked extra point. And we're hoping that it wasn't going to come down to that.
Well, and I tell you what, I mean, I'm nervous. Even if we go down and score, they have come so close to blocking so many. Number 31 or 32, Andrew Gersich. It's either 32 or maybe 33, Joe Montanez. He comes off that corner with intent to block it every single time for Tybee. So Lockhart's going to get the ball back. We're going to have 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. We'll see what kind of kick Tybee decides on. We've seen all sorts tonight. We've seen him pooch kick it. We've seen him onside. We've seen him kick it to both of our deep men and touchbacks. So we've seen just about every variation you have. We'll see what they come out here with, what'll probably be their final kickoff.
And the last kickoff they had, they almost came up with it until the ball rolled out of bounds. But here we go, 1:20 left to go.
You're kicking it deep.
This one's going to be kicked deep, and that's going to go into the end zone and out of the end zone for a touchback. And the Lockhart Lions will start at the 25-yard line with 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. And looks like Lockhart has 2 timeouts.
And I want to comment on the Tybee kicker. I think he's probably the best and most consistent kicker that we've seen all season. Great job, several touchbacks, has real good control, and also had a couple booming punts. So great job to that young man. Would not surprise me to find out he's being scouted by some big colleges.
So Lockhart Lions come straight out to the line of scrimmage. Dickens in the backfield all by himself. Dropping back, looking to throw. Got pressure coming around from the left side, rolling out to his right, throws it out there, and almost makes the catch at the sideline is Tay Andrews. And that one will be incomplete.
Second down.
Second down and 10 with 1:12 left to go. Tay Andrews coming up, almost coming up with another huge catch.
Need to pick up first down here pretty soon. Second down here.
Second and 10, 2 receivers up top, 2 to the bottom. Dickens gets the snap, drops back, throwing out here towards the flat. He's got Tay Andrews, and he's going to be. He'll make the catch, but he'll be out of bounds.
Okay, and sorry, folks, we try not to ever be biased, but to me it looked like Tay Andrews got an NFL catch. He had 2 feet down in bounds, what it looked like to me, but the referee said he was out of bounds by the time he gained control of it. So this is something, a little different. Lockhart changes their offense up here for this possession and goes empty for the first time in the game. Now McKinney comes back.
Third down and 10, and it's going to be a counter play to Sean McKinney. McKinney's going to bounce it around. And it looks like if he might have kept going to the outside, he could have picked up the first down, but he's going to be brought down 4 yards shy, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And the clock is running. The clock is running. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Lockhart calls a timeout. They're going to have 1 remaining after this.
And this is going to be huge because it's going to be 4th down and 4 with 54 seconds left to go.
And that misdirection counter play we've seen work. That's the play that's gone for 50-plus yards several times. And it was pretty close there to going for a little bit more than it did.
Yeah, like Sarge said, if he could have bounced it outside, I think he would have still kept on going.
But that's why we're up here and they're down there.
Yeah.
That's right. Put me in, Coach. Put me in.
I'd have been sitting on the sideline drinking water.
That's a big 4th down coming up for the Lockhart Lions. This is the ball game. You've really got to convert this. If you don't, that's it. And then beyond that, you got to convert this and either burn your last time out or convert it with something out on the edge that gets you out of bounds. We saw him come to it twice with Tay Andrews running an out route on the bottom. That was so close to working both those times.
Got to get the first down here.
And here we go, 4th down and 4. Lockhart Lion fans, get up and cheer, stomp your feet. Dickens with the quarterback keeper coming around the near side, and he'll pick up the first down. They're going to give them forward progress all the way down to the 36-yard line, so that will temporarily stop the clock at 48 seconds as Lockhart comes up with a big first down.
Kill the clock.
And kill the clock down, and that'll stop it at 43 seconds. And that'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, it's a good thing I'm bald because if I wasn't, I'd be turning gray before your eyes.
2nd down and 10.
3 receivers on top.
Dickens gets the snap, drops back, throwing deep, looking for Tay Andrews, and he's going to make the catch, but he'll be out of bounds with 38 seconds.
3rd down.
It'll be 3rd down and 10.
That's what happens when you kill the clock on first down. You lose a play.
Yep.
It almost looked like the Tivy defense was off guard on that one. As Lockhart hurried up to the offense, to the line of scrimmage. Regardless, we are here at 3rd down and 10. Dickens rolls around to his left side, looking for a receiver to throw it out there. And that one's going to be intercepted. And the first turnover of the game goes in the way of Kerville Tivy. And they're going to take possession.
They're going to take possession. They'll draw a penalty on this, but, that's okay. If I'm coach, I'll let that one slide. Hey, great effort by our Lockhart Lions tonight. Certainly, by no means any reason to hang their head. And, even the young quarterback, so he throws an interception there at the end trying to make something happen where, he had tons of guys trying to get the ball to somebody. Can't blame him for that, just trying to make something happen there at the end of a really tough and long-fought ball game.
Yeah, all the young quarterback comes to the sideline, all the coaches are tapping them back and just telling them, hey,
he had a great game. I mean, I think he had 4 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns. So his statistics are going to be off the chart for the day as well as his quarterback rating.
And
Tybee will
Antlers
take lead.
lined up in victor formation, and that's probably going to be it. And Lockhart's going to call a timeout with 25 seconds left to go. That's going to be their final timeout.
And you already see a lot of the. Well, what's the plan? I mean, there's not much you can do.
Well,
with
unless
the
they're
last
hoping
play,
for a fumble on the snap. That's about the only thing I could think of.
Well, I'm thinking as a coach, you probably take this time out, just take the time to talk to your defense, tell them they played a good game, and to make sure they finish it the right way.
Oh, well-fought game today, 50-43 between Kerville and Lockhart. Kerville comes in, of course, 0-5, and Lockhart coming in 2-3, start of district play.
I don't know how this team's 0-5. The team we played tonight, because they put 50 points up on Lockhart, and none of them were given away. We've seen some tough running from their running back and some great throws and catches from their quarterback to their big receiver. So hats off to Kerville getting their first win of the season, as Lions will go 0-1 in district, and they'll look to bounce back next week, as we'll, over the next couple weeks, trade home and away. So we'll be away next week and then back home the week after that.
Tybee fight never dies.
And that's going to do it. And so Lockhart unable to break the losing streak against Tybee, as we said, has been held since 1992.
And the clock's going to run down. We're going to need 7 seconds. And we're going to go and take a quick timeout. And when we come back, we're going to have your Recon Athlete post-game show. And we'll be right back here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
The golden age of recruiting is now. It doesn't matter if you're in a small town. If you can ball, we'll find you. When you dominate there, your 5-star talent can't be questioned. Dance that dance. Back-to-back state titles helps your exposure. We'll promote you until you commit. Speed is what they desire, and when you're a legacy to speed, you leave no doubt. It's fun to be fast. Welcome to Recon Athlete, where we identify, reveal, and promote student athletes.
All right, and we are back here at Lions Field as the Lockhart Lions lose the district opener, but not in a easy game.
No, they sure didn't give it
fought
away.
Back and forth, left and right, up and down. Kerville Tybee comes up with their first victory of the year and go 1-0 in district play, 1-5 overall. As the Lockhart Lions will fall to 2-4 overall and 0-1 in district play. And gentlemen, quick thoughts before we get to the Recon Athlete players of the game, as we are in the Recon Athlete post-game show.
Well, I can tell you, tough fought game by both teams. Hats off to Tybee. You can see just how elated they are. You go 0-5. We've been there. We know what it feels like. That's a tough place to be, and for them to come in here and fight the way they did, hats off to them. Hats off to the Lockhart players. I mean, really, you just run out of time. You ran out of time in this game. You were right. It was pretty much, the last team who had the ball. We just ran out of time there at the end, and great job by the young quarterback. He had, I think, 4 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns. I mean, goodness gracious, that's a pretty good performance from any quarterback on any team. Coach?
Oh, yes.
I was impressed with the Lockhart offense. I think Tybee had a very hard time trying to stop us. I think we were very successful on offense. Defensively, there's a few things we need to work out on, but overall they did a good job on defense. Just got to regroup. I mean, it's the first district game. We've got to regroup and go to Floresville and get a win. Old coach told me one time, when you win, you smile and get back to work, and when you lose, you smile and get back to work.
Yes. And that's the coach's mentality right there. That's why we have the coach in the booth with us. And I want to welcome everybody once again to the Recon Athlete post-game show. And, of course, with the Recon Athlete post-game show, we have your Recon Athlete players of the game. And I'll go ahead and start off, gentlemen. We'll go and do the offense first. And, Recon Athlete players of the game on the offense. is going to be number 11, Ashton Dickens, and number 5, Sean McKinney. And I tell you what, once these two got started, it was hard to stop them, but towards the end of the game, Kerville Tivy was able to be the one, had the defense to stick, to stand taller, but they weren't able to keep Dickens out of the end zone. He scored 4 times, and Sean McKinney with some huge runs in the third and fourth quarter to keep his team in this game, along with Ashton Dickens. So congratulations to Ashton Dickens and Sean McKinney. You are the Recon Athlete offensive players of the game.
And both those guys going over 100 yards on the ground for sure, and Dickens also over 100 through the air.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
So
what I like about him is one's a sophomore and one's a junior.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got more time with these guys.
Oh,
this
yeah.
team, and even in front of our eyes, this team is developing. They're getting better, and the offense is explosive. We just got to get that defense tightened up a little bit. But speaking of the defense, your Recon Athlete defensive players of the game are going to be the 2 big men in the middle.
Yes.
Caden Altier Burdette and big number 99 Clayton Foster. Both those guys had several tackles for losses tonight and really just spent a lot of time in the backfield of Kerville Tivy. So hats off to both those young men. Both of them had quite a few tackles and played a great game tonight. And remember, folks, we'll be back next week. Who's our opponent next week?
Floresville. We're going to be at Floresville, Texas next week, as the Lockhart Lions will hit the road for their first road district game against the Floresville Tigers, who took one on the chin against Alamo Heights tonight also. So it's going to be 2 teams looking for their first victory in district play, which is going to be huge because the top 4 teams in district go to the playoffs.
That's it, folks. It is definitely far from over. Lockhart's still got a great chance to make the playoffs and all kinds of potential from what we've seen. Sarge, Floresville, that's a long ways for you because my office is about 15 minutes from there. So that's one that I'm actually looking forward to. A couple of the San Antonio games if we play there because I now work San Antonio, so my drive's a lot shorter. Right. It's quicker there than it is here.
The coach will be riding with me, so at least I'll have company on the way there and back.
There you go.
So, all right, well, that's going to do it for us here tonight as myself and Miller Sarge Juarez with the play-by-play, TD Tom Dunn with the color commentary, the coach with the football analyst, Kent Riddle with the QA, and my beautiful wife back home, QAing also, and making some precious mugs for memories. If you want a mug, hit us up on Facebook and get with my wife, and she'll create the memory for you. But once again, that's going to do it for us tonight here at Lionsfield as the Lockhart Lions lose the home district opener 50-43 in a very tough battle against the Kerville Tivy Antlers. And that's going to do it. Once again, thank everybody for tuning in and watching tonight's broadcast. Be sure to catch us next week at 6 p.m. as we go live for the Recon Athlete pregame show as the Lockhart Lions take the road to Floresville and take on the Tigers. But once again, that's it for us tonight. Thank you for everybody tuning in, and God bless, and good night. And like I always say, you could take the lion out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart. Go Lions.
Thank you for watching today's Lions Pride Sports broadcast, brought to you by the main sponsor, Recon Athlete. And remember, like the Sarge always says, you can take the lion out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart. Go Lions!